Hello everyone, how are we? Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. My word, I don't know about you lot, but it's felt like a long week this week. Is it just me, or has it felt like a bit of a long week? Like, I don't know. I was sort of out and about Monday, Tuesday doing like various bits of sales conference and stuff. So maybe that was part of it. And then I got unexpected training to deliver on Wednesday. And then Thursday and today I was delivering. So it's been a busy week, and we've done lots of podcasting this week, which we'll talk about as we go through. And then we've done lots of podcasting to do next week, and then we've got loads of stuff to do this weekend. And we've streamed, and of course the streaming schedule has been a little bit all over the place. So yeah, it's been, do we delegate training to the assistant manager? I do, Llama, that's right, yeah. I should have done that actually on the day job, going, that's not my job, give it to someone else. Very smart. I will do that going forward. That's a great idea, actually. So what I will do, we've got quite a bit to talk about tonight, I reckon. Obviously we've got the Darlington save to be getting through. Harrison Carroll, appreciate the follow, very, very kind. Llama, of course, in the chat, so let's go and follow Llama. As I say, we've got the Darlington save to get through. Am I right in thinking the Scotland game's on tonight as well? So we might keep a little bit of a heads up on that, find out what's going on there. Plus we might, let's see how I feel, we might do a little bit of reacting to some comments that we've seen on YouTube for the FM show this week. I just want to have a bit of a chat about it, because I think things are split into stages, and I'll explain what I mean in a little moment. But let's get into Darlington. Let's see where we are. Let's go and do that, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? You don't want to hear me blether on about, a podcast and comments. Let's get into the Darlo save, shall we? There we go. This is us then. This is us. Harrison, I'm in season 3 of a Dover Athletic Youth Academy save. So far I've had one promotion. I mean, fair play, Harrison. That is hardcore, doing youth only the way the game is at the minute. I respect that. I respect that a lot. That has a level of hardcore that I just couldn't fathom at this point, to be honest. Llama, does it feel like the mood towards FM is picking up a little bit? Do you know what? That's a good question, Llama, and it's something that I do want to talk about. Because, I mean, should we? I don't know. Should we do it now? Should we break into the comments section now and try and work out where we go, or should we lead up to that? Maybe lead up to it. Let's maybe keep me in a good mood for a second, and then we can sort of start going into where we are, what we're going to talk about. I don't know, or do we just go straight in? I'm happy either way. Whatever you guys or girls would like to do. Mrs. J is just texting, if I've picked up your cough, I'm gonna shit in your hood and punch you in the face. There you go. That's from Mrs. J. If I've picked up your cough, I'm gonna shit in your hood and punch you in the face. Great. Sounds like I'm in trouble, everyone. That sounds like I'm about to get told off for that. We've started, but she's gone straight for it. She is aggressive, Rugio, but it's understandable, I suppose, really, because, as you know, I've been 3 weeks worth of ill, and I don't think that she really needs to be ill for 3 weeks. And it is indeed a tough time for Hood. He's not even here, and all of a sudden, he's being shat on. Some people like that. I don't know if Steve would be interested in that or not. I'll ask him. I don't think he would be, to be honest. Evening, Crazy Brit. Evening, United Leeds. Kevin, she clearly loves you. She clearly does. Mrs. J used Brit. She threw a bottle, but it was a bottle full of shit as well. Fraser, I'm only a few clicks in and I feel overwhelmed. I sort of like it. Bless you, Fraser. Bless you. And thank you for using my link as well, by the way, Fraser. Very, very kind indeed. Nice to see you back. King Eli, let's go straight in. Shall we talk about it then? Shall we get into what we're going to discuss, and then let's go from there, right? Okay, let's do it this way. Right. Let's drop to... How do I change my screens? What do I want to do? I want to go full for a bit, do I? No, let's put a browser there. Right, 2 seconds.
I disagree with, but I don't expect those things to change. It's just things that I'm seeing that are bugs. I'm like, this sort of stuff has to get fixed at some point soon, and hopefully, as it does, again, we get that trajectory going the right way. But they're totally valid points.
Let's remove it. Right, I don't want that playing straight away just yet. So let's work out. I used to have a way of doing this, so bear with me while we get it sorted, and then we'll find out. Right, here we go. Okay, right, there you go. We can see that there. Okay, we're happy. That's our next screen there. We know what we're looking for, right? We're gonna go and we're gonna have a little nosy about at what is being said. Okay. Let's see, shall we? If I put that there. You should be able to see my face, but you can't see my face. Where's my face gone? There we are. Right. Okay. Bear with me. Let's do this. So, this is where we are, right? Comments. Let's just turn this music down as well. Okay. So, here's where we are, right? Good episode of the pod this week. Shame Sai is getting himself cancelled. Well, this is the thing, right, Zeep? Because 92 comments, as you can see so far, 3,200 views in one day. That's pretty good. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it's not a 1 out of 10 video. It's actually about a 3 or a 4 out of 10. So it's a little bit slower than we'd have liked. But numbers very, very good. So, of course, we really, really like seeing the podcast grow. We love the fact that people are picking up on it. Day one episodes do pretty well. And what we're seeing, and I don't know if you've seen the episode itself or not, but, you know, at the moment, obviously we're talking about the day one release. We're talking about the fact that the patch didn't drop on day one. We're discussing the reviews it got on Steam. And in the intro, right? In the intro, which we'll play here. Let's see if you can hear this, okay? So in the intro, I'm not that fussed about this, so... And I don't think I can say I'm 100% enjoying... Confirm. Can you hear that audio coming through? If I play this now, can you hear audio? Manager 26. Does that make sense, Si?
Still a bit miffed that the...
Right, okay, so here's the audio then, right?
I think I'm still in... I'm enjoying my new save in Football Manager. I don't know, and I don't think I can say I'm 100% enjoying Football Manager 26. Does that make sense, Si?
Still a bit miffed.
Okay, so on the intro then, I'm saying, am I enjoying playing Football Manager? Am I enjoying playing Football Manager 26? That's a big question, okay? We'll get to that in a second.
The attribute colour customization is some presets, none of which look any better than the original one.
They look worse. They look worse, actually.
I've got back to the original one.
My initial, what happened to my skin colour? What happened to my attribute colours? I just saw something.
Okay, so 2 negative comments straight away in the intro. Okay, 2 negative comments from the hosts.
Funny on the side of my eye. I was just like, Rockstar Games. Hi everyone. GTA has been delayed until further delayed again. So I was like, we're complaining.
Again, really?
And I've just seen that literally 29 minutes ago. So sorry, that's all I wanted to get off my chest.
Like I said, I don't think a lot of that is review bombing. Okay, there's a little bit. There always will be in any way. But I think a lot of it is just entirely justified that we'll hopefully grow with it. And
there we go. So the phrase review bombing has been taken out of context here, right? But at the start of the podcast, I'm struggling to find out where we've been positive about this. Yeah? I'm struggling to find out where we've been positive. If you read the comments, turns out we are, as we'd expect, SI shills. And people have leapt on the phrase review bombing, which during the episode, by the way, I say it. Okay, I use the term incorrectly, and Si and Matt both pull me up on it and say, no, it's not review bombing at all. But I mean, let's be honest, we're not going to get context in the comments, are we? So we've had some people who've come in and commented about review bombing and saying that the best comment, by the way, I think it's been removed. I was saying, I'm not going to watch the whole video, but I will comment on the fact that this is not review bombing. I'm like, great, perfect. You've summed that up a treat. I'm not going to watch the video, but I will just tell you what I think. Okay? So that's interesting. Review bombing is where there's a planned attack on the game. Do you know, like, when everyone was ready to say it was rubbish? That sort of thing. Yeah? I'm not saying it was review bombing. What we were saying was that the game is not the 7th worst game to be featured on Steam. Okay? We aren't saying that people who gave it a negative review were wrong to give a negative review. A lot of people are still very, very emotive about the game, full of emotion. They aren't happy. Rightfully so. We have never said people shouldn't be upset. We've never said people shouldn't be angry. We've never said people shouldn't be able to articulate their feelings. What we have said, what I've definitely said, is you have to articulate what you're trying to say. Yeah, you can't just say this is, and then that's all you've got. I'm sorry if I'm wanting a little bit more, right? Okay, I would like you to say, if you think the game's rubbish, explain to me why it's rubbish. Explain what is wrong. Yeah, a lot of people, of course, saying, you're defending SI. We're defending SI, apparently, is one thing, which, of course, is always interesting to see. We've never said the game's perfect. We've never said the game's perfect. We've never even said the game was good. We said it was a 6 out of 10 at best the other day. But again, context. Where have we got here? This one. You guys realise review bombing is something outside the game happens. Okay, that's fine. People give the game bad reviews as a form of retaliation. People giving their honest opinion on the game is not review bombing. It's the truth. Some of these lot will do anything to keep their little channel going. I mean, yeah, all right, fair enough. Slightly disrespectful. We could be bigger than we are. We're aware of that. We are just a podcast. We are just a podcast. Yeah. But we're not the ones watching it. Okay, so there is that. Even the people who like the game will get bored watching you eventually. Try to do better and have a complete or at least a finished game before you start running defense for a multi-million dollar company. Look, I don't quite know where I'm meant to sit with that one, okay? This bit I agree with, actually, to be honest. People who like the game will get bored watching eventually. Yes, they will, because naturally numbers will fall off. And we're aware of that, okay? We are, of course, enjoying a slight spike in views right now because the game is novel, the game is new, people want to see it. People want to give their opinions, absolutely fine. Positive or negative, absolutely fine. But we obviously need to get the complete game before we start defending the company, which, I mean, that's a little bit out of my control. Like, I can't really get that full game. I mean, I'll comment upon what we've got so far, but you know, that's one of those, isn't it? We do what we do. We can only comment on what we have and what we see. This is an interesting one. We agree with Matt in that previous FMs allowed you to play the way you wanted as a consumer, but FM26 is making you play the way that it wants. I agree with that, actually, as a comment. That is a fair comment, to be honest. I agree we're missing the immersive world. Yeah? This way I feel isolated, empty, hollow, and not as immersive. The game is just clicking until match day, can't be bothered with training, etc. I've just put there, we've agreed with this. I agree. That is fair. It is not as immersive as it was. There is very little where you feel connected. Even during the match. You know, we are literally, as we are streaming, is we start shouting to do our actual reactions. Like, demand more, because there's nothing to do during a match. Yeah. Rebrand to FM to FIFA Manager is what it feels like for me. Just can't get into it. I mean, I don't really think it's FIFA Manager, is it? It's not that. Nowhere near FIFA Manager. You could upgrade facilities extensively, including transport. Plus, you could change ticket prices, something I've wanted in FM since 2012. I mean, I don't know if I want ticket prices. I don't know. That's not my remit, to be honest. Plus, you can build stadiums, edit stadiums, sell stadium rights if you like money. What you say is not insulting enough to justify how bad FM26 is. I don't think I want all that, to be honest. The game was launched unfinished. I think most would agree on this. Absolutely, everyone agrees on that. Everyone agrees the game was not finished. Okay, but what we've tried to do is put a brave face on it. Yeah. Some might find it unplayable and would rather seek a refund and move on. Others might wait for patches. Everyone would be happier if the game launched in a better state. Could not agree more. Could not agree more with that. That is, you've hit the nail on the head there. Some find it unplayable and want a refund to move on. Others are happy to wait. Everybody would be happier if the game launched in a better state. Okay? That is 100% correct. Okay? I agree with that final remark. 1%. Yeah. Okay, cool. Happy with that, right? Suspect I'm in the minority, might be controversial opinion, but I think the lack of immersion is worse than the bugs. I think that's a fair point. Don't destroy me. I've got a tin hat on. The bugs don't bother me. Look, bugs we know, of course, will get fixed and moved on. Why release the game now? Christmas sales. Yeah, Rouge, that's a fair comment. I mean, obviously, some people are critical of that as well. Look at this. Short. They are hypocritical for the sake of streaming it. Hang on, what? I don't understand that fully. We're hypocritical for the sake of streaming it. Not sure. I think we need to get to the bottom of that one, to be honest. This one, look at this. Way off the mark on this one. You've obviously made the decision of supporting SI, which is interesting, as your customer, in theory, is us. And I'm not even talking about whether the game is good or not at this point. Just decided to stare at an under 30% positive rating and say nobody can agree. Sad to see, lads. Ooh, okay, hang on, right. This is an interesting one because I don't want to get too pedantic on this, right? And I believe I will. But not everyone can agree if it's not 100%. Okay, I'm no maths whiz here, right? But the second that it's not 100%, not everyone is in agreement at that point. You could have a mass majority, of course you can, but that doesn't mean that everybody agrees. So if you've got under 30% positive rating, so let's say 29% for argument's sake, that's still a third of people think it's actually decent. And then from when we discussed previously, we think that there's probably about a third, maybe a little bit more than a third, who really hate the game. And there's a third in the middle who are sort of like, it's all right, it's fine. Like, nobody loves it. We know nobody loves it. But to say that if you've got a third of people think it's fine, and then therefore nobody can agree, I think even on basic mathematics, that is wrong. That is wrong. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit too stick in the mud at this point. That Fiorentina shirt is fire. Yeah, that's great. That's a good comment. I like that. Miles isn't the most important person at SI. The most important people are the scouts. No, incorrect. The most important people are the fans. Without them, there is no database and no intelligence to sell to clubs. There is no product. Whether they stick with SI will depend on whether they are committed to the end product. It's why I don't think the core PC game will vary too much and won't be dominated by microtransactions. If Miles goes, and he may be investing in his own particular vision to be flexible enough to get out of this, then the structural factors will still remain, and they'll keep it on track in its core. The other big structural factor that older FM players like me are going to have to get used to, and this is an interesting point actually, okay, because this is probably what speaks to me the most. Older FM players are going to have to get used to the fact that PCs are increasingly a form of gaming machine that often default to controller. True. The world is changing, and yelling into the void won't bring the old world back. FM will change, but less the back engine and more the way it's presented to the gamer. It's only going in one direction. Now that is fair, right? True. We can't get in the way of progress. Progress is going to happen whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it or not. Yeah? Okay? So this is it. You know, some older people, they understand it. They're like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we get it. Like, you know, it's going to change, and whether I want it to change or not is not really for me to decide. You know, that's just where it is, isn't it? I just play other sports management games. That's fine. Loads of customization there. SI acknowledged issues and working on fixes. Yeah, fine. like one thing that was interesting though, that we found on the comments, okay, is and unfortunately the fella's deleted it, but he did send me a lovely email, right? And I feel really bad for him, but he sent a lovely email. He did say, right, that it's George. All right, I've got a comment. Actually, I've got a thing to pick with you as well, George, on this one, right? I'd be more positive after the last fixes if I hadn't heard all the interviews of Miles. Makes me feel like the trajectory of the game is very misguided. I don't understand that. Not a fan of what RDF said. Don't guilt trip people into not saying something because it will kill the company. Not saying anything will. First episode I didn't like. Now, I don't think Aaron said he wouldn't say anything that'll kill the company. A bad game will kill the company. That's what'll kill the company. We're not going to keep quiet just to try and protect the company. Yeah? First episode you didn't like, fine, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah, but ultimately, we all want a good FM. Like, we want a good FM. That's the thing we want. We all want that. Yeah, whether we're going to get that or not is not for us. Is not down to us. Yeah, that's not something that we can really say. I didn't like the line of logic. Doesn't mean I'll stop listening. No, that's absolutely fine, and of course, we appreciate that you're not going to stop listening. But yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding on how the line of logic has landed, how the line of speaking has landed, because I don't think Aaron had said that, or that was how he meant it. But that's for Aaron to comment upon. But I don't think it was that personally. The comment I saw, the line of logic is to give constructive criticism as more valuable than criticism. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Agreed completely. Here's the danger: if FM moves closer to EAFC, which they're not, and have given no show that they are, then they are not just giving up their identity. They will start to play to an audience who the quality of FM in terms of presentation is just not good enough. No one said they're going to try and make it into EAFC. This is the problem. No one said it. Nobody said it. Someone had put as well here as well. Why the comment is, I don't understand why people want to play a football management game on a console. And I've responded with, when you ask people what was the first game that got you into a football management world, the answer is LMA Manager, which is a console game on a PlayStation. So people do want to play on a console. Why don't people understand this? But yeah, the comment that was removed, and a comment that I liked, right, was someone had asked, they said, look, it says, is this what content's going to be these days now? Is this what the podcast's going to be? Like, I've listened from the Athletic days. Is it just going to be opinion pieces now about the state of FM? Where's the chat about saves? Where's the stories about TJ getting sacked? Where's the stories about Aaron coming up with all-conquering tactics? Sai, coming and like struggling and winning eventually. And I was like, do you know what? They're absolutely right. They are right. Where is that conversation? Okay? But what I did say in the comment was, the game, believe it or not, has only been out for 2 weeks. I mean, it feels like it's been out for 6 months. Some of the amount of conversation that has been taken up on the internet, and this is partly because of For You pages on Twitter, right? I'm not even engaging in it, and I see it constantly, right? It feels like the game's been out forever, and it hasn't. It's been out for 2 weeks, okay? So this discourse, unfortunately, is what we have to discuss right now, okay? We've done 2 years of not having anything to talk about as a podcast, and I think we've done pretty well to keep the podcast going for 2 years when there's been nothing to talk about, and now this is the only thing to talk about. And I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about. I'm bored of it myself, personally. Back and forth. Well, what do you think about FM26? Oh, what do you think about FM26? Do you like the UI? Do you think the UI is going badly? Do you think the lack of immersion is there? Oh, do you think it would be better if it was fixed? Yes, 100%. All of those things. But there's nothing else to talk about at the minute, right? We would love to have save conversations on the podcast, but we are 2 weeks into a game. I've only just started my save. Sai hasn't got a save. Matt hasn't got a save because the coefficients doesn't work. Aaron doesn't have a save at the minute. So while we would love to talk about our saves, at the moment we just can't. But you know what? I want to get back to that as well, because I don't know about you lot, but I'm getting bored of the same conversations Every single time. And what I think is interesting is that if you go through the comments, okay, the first 24 hours is pretty brutal, right? The first 24 hours is like properly like you can feel emotion, you can feel anger, you can feel resentment in the comments. Today's comments, a little bit more laid back. I don't know whether it's like sort of by the time it lands at people and they can sort of like consider it, whether it finds other people in the algorithm or not, I don't know. But yeah, it was just something I thought was really, really interesting that when we looked at them, and like I love the comments, by the way. Please do keep commenting on the pod, because it keeps it relevant, it keeps it in people's minds, it gives us something to talk about. But it's interesting to notice how the mood shifts over 24 hours. Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if it's a rant or not, but I just felt that it was something I wanted to talk about. And then having this whole thing of like, creators will back the game just because it suits them and because it allows them to stream it. I mean, let's be honest. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't stream it, would we? Why would you stream something you don't like? that doesn't make any sense at all. And there's always these little backhanded digs about like, oh yeah, you need the game to make a living. Not really. Like, you know, like Aaron doesn't now need it. Aaron's now got a job in football. That's Matt's job. Matt needs the game, but then Matt can go and find another game or a different job. Si and I both have other jobs, so neither of us need to have this game as a job. But as Football Manager fans and players, we would quite like the game to be good. Yeah? And as streamers, we would quite like the game to be good because then we can have fun playing it. And yeah, it's been tough getting used to the new UI, getting used to how it plays, getting used to where things are. But I think we've stuck with it and we've managed to find a way where we can just about get the game playing in a way that we like. And that's sort of where I am with it at the minute. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah? I still don't think it's perfect. It's going to be a long way away from perfect. Maybe FM28 will be great. Maybe that's where we are. But for now, I just want to have a bit of a... I just wanted to get that out of my head and have that as a brain dump. So, apologies for that. Should we get back to FM? Let's do this. Yeah? Let's get back into it. This is what we're here for, innit? We're here for Football Manager. We're here for immersion. We're here for all that sort of stuff, right? People forget both as a streamer and a viewer, people come to your stream for you and not the game you play. Exactly. But these are not the people that are commenting, though, Benny. This is the thing. They're commenting on... I don't even think that they're here for the game. Is Tony's soapbox going to become a regular thing? It could be, Mark. It could be. I mean... As content, I don't think that's great. I'm not sure that's going to make it online. Myself and Chris discussed it as an option, but I don't think it's. I don't think it landed the way that I was hoping for. Yeah, I think it just came across as a bit more ranty. But you know, we could do. Maybe. Do you know what? Let's make this a thing. Yeah. Not great. Would need to be a separate video. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So the idea was just to chop it out the stream and pop it straight in, but it's not perfect tonight, so never mind. It's a bit of a practice. Let's get back into stuff. It is a bit moany. You're right, Rugio. You're right. It's been a long week. I'm a bit tired. And I am just whinging. It's yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? You're not really meant to whinge back. You're sort of just meant to be like, nah, get on with it, deal with it. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should just get on with it. Yeah. TJ's soapbox is far more entertaining than Michael Owen's book. We could just do Michael Owen's book again, actually. I don't know whether we'd be flagged up for copyright or not for that. Exactly that. I couldn't watch TJ read the Twitch chat and breathe in the lovely chaos. This is it. How dare I have an opinion, you absolute shill. I mean, this is part of the problem as well, isn't it, Jord? Like, it doesn't really matter whatever I say or think. It's gonna be misconstrued regardless, isn't it? I go, you're only saying that because you're getting paid. Like, hang on, what? Don't think that really works. In positive news, the latest update finally appears to have made the console version playable. Oh, there you go. There we go. That's good. We like that. That's good for the console players. That is good news. Llama, what you have to consider is we don't know the circumstances of the people writing these comments. Life's tough these days and people take their keyboards to vent about things they are not the true root of their sadness. It's never as personal as it feels. Oh, do you know what? You're absolutely right, Llama. And this is part, right? This is part of, like, I understand this. And I think this is part of the reason that people are kicking off, okay? Because, right, allow me to indulge in 1 second, right? People use FM as an escapism, right? We know this, okay? And I don't want to stay on the whole, like, FM is cancelled, FM's, you know, in the state it is sort of vibe, right? But people use this game as escapism, right? They have jobs they don't like. They have just, you know, a life that they're not happy with, clearly, right? So they like the idea that when they get home from work, they can stick Football Manager on, they can escape from all the problems, right? And it allows them to be in a world where things are better. Okay? We know that. And when that game isn't perfect, that's going to anger them even more. And that's absolutely understandable because they've paid hard money to get to this. Hard-earned money to go and play a game where they want to have it as their escape, they want to have it as their relax, they want to have it as their good time, and it doesn't play how they want. Totally get that. Totally get that. But the problem is nobody's going to say that. No one's going to admit that that is why they're kicking off and behaving the way they're behaving. And ironically, if they did say that and admitted that's why they were behaving that way, I think some people would be more, myself included, would be more amenable to those people and being like, yeah, now I get it. I'm on your side. I agree. I think you do deserve better. But because of the way that they angle it, because of the way that they talk, because of the way that it comes across as entitled, it gets people's backs up. But you just need to articulate exactly what you're thinking and why you're thinking. And this is always going to be part of the problem. You know, if you don't get to the bottom of it, you don't get to the root cause, then you're never going to be able to address it. You're never going to be able to fix it. Yeah. Which is why I keep saying, look, you know, I'm not just taking the game shit. Right, tell me what's shit. Tell me why it's shit. Tell me which bit you want to improve. What is it specifically that is shit? Or what is it that you don't like? Because again, we've worked out that some of it is just down to the game doesn't work the way that I would like it to work. Yeah, some of the UI has been covered up in the past by skinners. Right? It doesn't look like skins are going to fix the UI gaps as easily in this one. So that's where I am with it at the minute. Yeah. Social media algorithms have incentivized people to be angry. Those posts get more engagement and spills over it spills over into all engagement online. Yeah, exactly. Like the algorithm puts it in front of people, which is sort of the point I was trying to make, and I've made it very badly, about the interesting mood shift after 24 hours. Yeah, like we have a 24-hour worth of like get off your chest, and then 24 hours after it is a bit more like, okay, cool, now we sort of have a bit more time to let it breathe and think. And you're right, Llama, like, you know, the numbers are great, can't complain with that, certainly not complaining at all. Numbers are good. Engagement is lovely. We love engagement. Unfortunately, rage is always, like, people are always going to comment negative because, well, why would you comment positive? It's not in people's psyche, is it? That's not the way that people do things. I don't do it. I don't jump on a video all the time and go, this is brilliant. What I do is, and Llama will back me up on this, is I might not comment on the video. I should, though. I should comment on the videos for the algorithm. But I do post about it on Twitter, and I do say, here's the link, go and watch this is class. You know, but yeah, I think I just whinged. Sorry for whinging. I shouldn't really whinge. I'm very fortunate. I'm very pleased that we're still getting to do a podcast. I'm very pleased that it's still working. You know, I'm pleased that people are watching. And yeah, some people are gonna leave. That's absolutely fine, and I'm all right with that. Yeah, I'm all right with that. It's going to happen. How about those wet Fridays? Soggy llama. Like the biscuit outside the bus depot from last week. Yeah, so sorry everyone. I'm back in the room now. Okay? Easy to complain and whine about anything. I dare them to do it on live streams. I mean, their thing is they do. some of them try. Yeah. Hope you're far enough away from the ooze. It always floods. It does. And it's risen again, Leeds. It's already up there. Game fell apart when weights were removed. Oh, don't remind me. I quite like 26, but I couldn't get on with 24. That made no sense. Interesting, Rouge. We went back to 24 last night to try and play the network save. And yeah, that was interesting to go back to see just how different things are. And do you know what? Interesting that going back to it wasn't as difficult. There's not as much of a jump, weirdly. Can't really explain it. Maybe I'm just a bit more used to this now. Is it okay to like the game, or do I have to side with the cool kids and be hateful and morose about it? Martin, I'm afraid you have to hate it. That's just what the internet has decided. I've seen people tweeting out going, "Oh, where's all the hype? Why is no one caring about the game?" And I'm sitting there going, "You've been saying it's shit. You've been hyping up people to say it's shit. That's why people don't like it." But I've kept that to myself. The new engine is an improvement over the previous one. It's great. Yeah. It's not bad. There's stuff missing. Absolutely, there's stuff missing. And imagine how good it would be with all the other bits in. That's the cool bit. Like, if all the bits were here, we'd have a hell of a game on our hands. Speaking of things that are gone, yes, Oxley, God, Cedric Main, the director of football recommendations are gone, I'm afraid. It's the same game underneath. I mean, yeah, it's football, isn't it? That's the thing. It's exactly the same game. Cedric Main getting over the back post, big header. And plenty of creators were leaning into the negativity around the game to get shock, outrage views. Absolutely, Llama. Absolutely. Not me and you, though. We're staying true. We're staying authentic. We are indeed. But yeah, we mentioned there. So busy week with the podcast. Busy week. Right. Where are we? We had an episode released yesterday, which was great. Love that. That was recorded, a couple of days after day one. Tuesday, we recorded... No, Wednesday, because there was no stream Wednesday, was there? Wednesday, we recorded with Lelujo, so that comes out next week. So Lelujo is on next Thursday's podcast. So if you're on Patreon, that'll be out on Wednesday. So get yourselves involved there if you can. If you want to support the channel via Patreon, or if you want to wait till Thursday, you're more than welcome, of course. 2-0 now to Darlo. There you go. We're turning the screw now, aren't we? Dad's Our Job TV. Welcome in, lads. How are we? Bristol Rovers at the minute. Lovely. Very excited to see it. As you can see, we're Darlo, and I think, that's a nice own goal. That's a lovely own goal. That's what I like to see. Confusion in the box. Is that Andy Dibble's son? In goal. I hope it is. I've been pretty honest about how my opinion has evolved. I like the game a lot more than I did initially. The game hasn't changed much. It's me that's changed. Llama, I was the same as yourself. I didn't really like it when it first came out. I thought it was weird. I struggled to get into it. Persevered with it. For me, I don't know how much, and I guess I can probably answer this question myself right now because we're 2 weeks in. I don't know how much I'd play the game offline. The answer at the minute is none. Now, that might be the answer. I find the game is easier to stream than considering playing it online, on my own, sorry. And I don't know whether that's because, for me, I've got used to playing Football Manager in front of people. Maybe it's that. And I don't really know whether or not 26 is one of those games that I could play on my own. I haven't tried. It is indeed Andy Dibble's son in goal. Love that, and love that bay. Love it. I'm glad he's a goalkeeper as well. I don't want none of this Buffon nonsense where his goalkeeper's a striker. His son's a striker, sorry. Makes no sense. Oh, Cedric Main. Interesting. Yes, this. We'll get some water in. Good shout. Describing a version of FM dogging. Wouldn't let her do it in front of people. Well, I mean, you know me, Lama. Problem is, it's because I'm managing the lower leagues, so I'm used to seeing a car park. That's the thing. Yeah. Jason says maybe gamers are finding it harder due to the in-possession, out-of-possession tactics. Same people that wanted a harder, more challenging game from 24. Funny when you get what you want and wasn't ready for it. I don't think it's that bit. I think that people like the in and out of possession tactics. I think what people are not enjoying is the lack of immersion, and I'm now finally starting to understand what people mean by this. So the fact that in previous versions you used to be able to see the news screen constantly flashing up of stories that are happening in your universe, transfer stories, managers getting sacked, players of the month, that sort of thing, jobs becoming under threat, new contracts. None of that is at the forefront of your game anymore now, and that's maybe something that fortunately you sort of like, you miss that, and it's like, well, then do I have to go and look for it? I mean, it's easy to find, but it's another thing to have to go and look for. So I think part of that concern is that. That's what I think, and that's what it feels like what I'm hearing from people. And I get that. Other things people consider about the comments on the pod is people would have been critical if you played FM matches in full highlights like a real manager. Thing is, if we'd have criticised the game and gone full rage, a lot of our viewers would have complained that we'd gone full circle. So you can't please everyone. You shouldn't try and please everyone, because if you are trying to please everyone, you're not being true to yourself. I think that I always say, if you're annoying the people who say that you're being a shill, some people are going to say you're a shill. Some people are going to say that you're not being you're being too critical. Sounds like you're pretty balanced, doesn't it? Like, if you're getting both sides, if like neither side can really agree where you sit, then I think you're being pretty balanced. And I think that's kind of where we need to be, really. So I'm obviously happy with that. Yeah. Right, headed away. We've got we're under pressure a lot here. Could do with maybe getting the ball out of our area. How do we do that? Oof. Right. Let's change this up. Right, we need to get the ball away from ourselves here. Where are we? Are we sat in a low block? Let's push up a bit. Right. Okay, we don't want to be there. Let's slow the game down. Let's go narrower. Okay, let's try that. Game wasn't finished, but it's got a lot of promise. Yeah, and I don't think anyone's disagreed with that. Like, no one has disagreed. TJ, I'm a Sunderland fan on Villa. Sunderland, Shane. Sunderland. There's been history with both of these clubs. Mortimer brings it down. Oh, remind me at the end of the match. Just say Mortimer. Lennon, good cross. Keeper's dropped it. Cedric Main over the top. Oh, that's a shocker, Cedric. You've got an open goal. Off you go. Conscious I haven't picked up the game yet, but I get the impression it's a few big patches from being decent. Difficult to say, G-Man. It's a couple of big patches away from being finished. It's decent now. If you're looking for a couple of patches to make it very good, then yes. But I think it's decent. Like, I'm still saying 6 out of 10. Yeah. So I don't really But it depends on what you're after. If you're after a 10 out of 10 game, a 10 out of 10 game doesn't exist in any way, shape, or form for anything. Yeah. Have I tried turning the processing speed and preferences? That should stop the game skipping forwards too many days and making it more immersive. No, I've not done that. It feels like it only skips one day at a time anyway. It's more about the information that's being presented to you at certain times. And even then, like, I don't know, like this, for example, here, you know, there's no other news other than just what happens in the See All News. We're talking a little bit about Macclesfield and, like, Hartlepool. Yeah, all right, fine, but there's a bit of delay here on how long that news takes to filter through. But then the rest is just fixtures, you know. 4 screens of fixtures. We could go and click there. You're right. We could go and click there and then find out. But that means I'm going looking for it. And I know that sounds incredibly lazy. And that's what I say to people when they say it. That, oh, where is it? It needs to be there. I'm like, it is just a click away. Yeah. But people don't want to do that, do they? People want things put in front of their face. So here I am trying to agree with them. Yeah. But you see how stupid the argument is? I literally had to text that to my friend today. He gave me a comment. He gave me a text. He was just like, there's no immersion. I don't know where the stories are. I was like, you just click that next button there. Like, do you know what I mean? And then his response was literally the same, going, yeah, but I shouldn't have to. I'm like, but do you know what I mean? This is what we have to go with. King's Lynn firing. There we go. That's a new one. Priest sacked by Chorley. Shacked by Chorley? He's got a point. He has got a point. But it's like a really, really... You know, you could argue that why should I have to click anything? I don't know. Mortimer. Yes, Mortimer. Right. So, thank you, Leeds. So, Jack Mortimer. Right? Okay. Our lovely Jack. 24-year-old striker. Okay. You might have seen he was in the YouTube comments the other night. Right? He was watching the stream the other night. And I was like, obviously, at first, we were about like, is this the real person? Don't think it is the real person. He then confirmed, yes, I am the real person. It was like, right, fine, cool, that's lovely. Let's have a bit of chat. We put him in the team, and he was happy enough. We unfortunately didn't, we didn't win. Got a 0-0 draw. And thought, well, that'd be quite cool. Get him in there, right? Let me just get to where I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get our... I need to show you something here. Again, this might be load another screen up, right? Where's my messages? So, I got a DM on TikTok from Jack, right? And I started watching his videos, and he's quite decent. And you know what he said? He said that he's good at free kicks. And I was like, "Are you sure?" And then it turns out, yeah, he is. He is quite good, actually. Let me see if I can show you. Right. So I think whoever's done the research for Jack, they need to go back and they need to do a little bit more work for him, right? Because where is he? Let's see. Right. Here he is. Right. Here's Jack. Right. Have we got our screen back on? Let me see if you can see this. Okay. Oh, is that not showing again? Right, here we go. Okay, so this is our Jack. Okay, We know that some attributes are random. Okay, we know this. Okay, but it's all just about my point. This is what I'm getting angry at. People who can't, like, yes, I understand that not everything is 100% factual, right? But have a look at the lad here, right? So there you go. He can tackle, right? The lad can tackle. Okay, FM doesn't seem to think he can tackle, but he can. So that's a decent tackle. Where's the... Is this a free kick? Here's a free kick from him. Okay. So here's Jack Mortimer here. About to take a free kick. Top bin. I believe they say top bins. Okay, I believe the phrase is top bins. That's a pretty decent hit. Okay, so have another look at this. Left foot as well. Game says right foot. Yeah, the game's doing him dirty. Up he steps. Bang. Pick that one out. Absolute cracker. Right? That's just him running. Possibly. Oh, this one. Look at this. Here we go. Left foot again. Left foot again. Free kick. Curls it up into the top corner. What a finish. Like, I'm tempted to get the in-game editor to correct him, but I'm not going to get the in-game editor because apparently that doesn't work either. Look, the lad can't stop scoring. So whoever's the scout for Darlington, by the way, right? You're doing our boy a dirty here. Holds the ball up. Goes on a bit of a dribble. Nice. What's this one? This one looks like he's gonna score from here as well. Yeah, he's gonna score from here as well. Of course he is. Another left-footed free kick. Oh, stunning. Scout's blind. I don't think the scout even went. I don't think the scout went to the games. Yeah, not at all. I'm not convinced. Here's another one. Right. Bent it better than Beckham. There's a lot of B's in there, Rugio, but I think you're right. Oh, look at that. Keeper's gone the wrong way. What a free kick. Go on, Jack. Up you get. Bob Mortimer's son's got it all. And look, he's called himself Jack Scores Goals. That's how confident the lad is in his own ability. I love it. I love it. And he's right. He's absolutely right. He should be confident. There he goes. Drops the shoulder. Cuts back on the inside. Sends him again. Good finish. Really good finish. And you're right. He's got free kick taking of 1 on this game. He's a free kick specialist. Roberto Darlos. That is it. That's the thing. Roberto Darlos. I love that. Weak left foot. Oh, so yeah. So I think Jack's been done a dirty there, I'm afraid. Unbelievable. So let's try and give him some game time, shall we? Giacchino Mortiminho. See, now people would like him. If he had that as his name, then he'd have free kicks of 20, wouldn't he? But until then, no. Dragon's Ben, appreciate the follow, by the way. Very kind. Gonna have to post a negative review now on Steam because of this. It's only fair. It's only fair. He can play for the Foxes. We need a goal scorer. I mean, he could play for my Sunderland team, couldn't he, really? But let's make him play for Darlo, first of all. Confirmation they've delegated actual player scouting to AI. If they did, they would have seen he's decent at free kicks. I think whoever's had a look should have just given it to AI, to be honest. Add plus 40 PA. Yeah, I mean the man's got it all. Jack Maskell, Will Madsen. Maskell's playing well in training. I mean, it seems a shame to potentially consider dropping Mortimer, but I went around FA Trophy, Ashton. Let's rest Jesse Nelson, actually. Put Maskell in. And let's put Tony Barton. He's the American lad. Put him in as well. He costs 50 million upwards. Soonest will pay 100 million. Oh, like he's on his way to Saudi at the end of the day, isn't he? Yes, Tristan. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. I would do that. It makes it more fun. It does. It sounds fun. It sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Right. I don't want to put too many changes in, because obviously we don't want to. We don't want to knacker everybody. We don't want to lose the game as well. That's the thing. So I know it's not the full FA Cup. We might even get to an FA Cup round proper. Oh, this is the FA Trophy. Okay. 4-2-3-1 for the opposition. Come on then, boys. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Roberto Darlos is up front. Did we hydrate? I can. I can hydrate. Absolutely, I will. Apologies. Should do that. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend then? How are we? Well, actually, is the Scotland game on tonight? Did we ever find that out? Is the Scotland game on? Or is that tomorrow? It's tomorrow. There we go. Okay, no stress just yet then. Right. Tomorrow's stream numbers might be hit by the Scotland game. See if we go more positive. Ashton, 8 shots. We need to change this up a bit, don't we? Charlie Lennon's taking a knock. We don't want that. Stanton over the top. Maskell's away. Maskell, pull it back for Mortimer. Go on. Mortimer! Roberto Darlos. What a goal. Big Dan Ballard sent off for Northern Ireland. What he's done there, Magic Feet, is he's just bought himself an extra bit of rest. Which is good. Smart decision from Dan. You know, Charlie Lennon's off the pitch. Mortimer taps it in. That's 1-0. Oh, it sounds like Mrs. J's bacon. This is not a good idea at 10 o'clock at night, is it? All that does to me is suggest that Taskmaster was yesterday. Yeah. And therefore she's got nothing to watch on the telly. I've watched the Northern Ireland game. It was the softest second yellow I've seen. Oh, yeah, again, that's fine. Like, just let him go off. You know, we don't need him to adopt a spoon. Don't panic. The reason I suggested that, Mr. J, was because you did say you were gonna do some bacon, so I hadn't realised if you'd started. So they asked me getting pelters. Doesn't help Lobotka is 4 foot tall. I mean, yeah, if you go up against Dan Ballard, you're going to get fouled because he's just hard. Yeah. Does the music sound loud tonight, by the way? Or is it just in my head? It sounds loud in my head. I have turned it down. Sounds just right. Perfect. I've got the Goldilocks setting for the viewers. Go block. Come on then. Out we come, Darlo. Tom Allen. Maskell. Cedric Main. Jason says Saturday finish off picking the olive tree. Oh, nice. Taking off the olive mill, get some homemade olive oil. Sunday's yet to be determined. Sunday sounds like an olive oil day. That sounds like a delight. Maskell brings it down. Cedric Main. Oh, goes inside. Mortimer blocked, and how on earth has Tom Allen missed that? How has he missed it? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, we've got a busy one this weekend, so we are. Well, I think we're going to Manchester tomorrow. We're going to get some bits and pieces for youngest Jameson's birthday party extravaganza on Sunday. So yeah, Manchester tomorrow during the day. We might, if the timings work out, we might swing into the Retro Football Fair in Sheffield on the way back. Maybe see Mr. Maggio and a bunch of retro football shirts. I don't know if the times are going to work out, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see. That is TBC at this moment in time. And then Sunday is... Oh, good ball in. Oh, Mortimer's put it wide. Sunday will be swimming, park run, Sunday League football. Then get ready for youngest Jameson's birthday party extravaganza, and after that sleep on the floor probably, because we'll be tired. So yeah, it'll be cool. Oh, Tom Allen, lovely feet. Mortimer gives him it back. Allen, oh, just cut it back, lovely play down that wing, wasn't it? Oh, what do we make, by the way, of the dude who's gone and done all the stadium modding? What do we think? It looks impressive. Not something I would use myself personally. I haven't seen it. Looking forward to the stadium mods. Hello, what's that? Oh, did he? Oh, thank you. Oh, never mind. Poor youngest Jameson. So we've been making little party bag stuff, and unfortunately, he dropped one on the floor and it split. So the remains haven't been on the floor, but because it's split, I might as well eat them. Sure. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit of a try hard. See, I'm not allowed my actual opinion, but yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of things that could potentially go wrong with modding at the minute. Because of all the bits we don't know with regards to Unity. And bear in mind, I'm not a modder, of course, so I don't know. I like the idea of it, I like the idea of it, but I don't think I'm going to use it myself. In the same way that I like the idea of those AI faces. Didn't do them myself. Didn't use them. You know, it wasn't something I followed up on. And got a lot of people going, why haven't you got these faces in? And I was like, yeah, good question, actually. Just don't know. Don't know. Yeah. I presume, I might be wrong, but I presume it's probably going to take up quite a bit of graphic power to get those stadiums working. Yeah? Do you reckon? I reckon Shaq Coldthirst. Oh, what a name that is. Shaq Attack. Do. Shaq's just turned up at Peterborough. 31 years old as well. If you want to go and play City Skylines. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But look, I don't know. It's good that people are doing stuff, and it's good that people have got access to those sorts of things. It's interesting to if anything, it shows what the move to Unity will allow you to do in the future. So, for anyone who was unsure whether the move to Unity was a good idea or not, then having this sort of thing happen and having this sort of like potential customization, you couldn't have that on the old engine. So, in that sense, it really does show where we could be in the future. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to use it personally, but I can see why people would like it. Yeah, it's like when you sort of get, why has someone made a football stadium in Minecraft? You're like, yeah, I wouldn't do it myself personally, but it looks cool. I mean, speaking of someone I would do personally and who looks cool, it's why Callum, everyone. How are we, Callum? Hope you're well. Welcome. Sorry, Callum, I'm just munching on some jellies. Terribly unprofessional. And my team spacebar. Do you know what? I've not even set my spacebar up. Should we do spacebar? Should we spacebar ourselves? Preferences, detailed, accessibility. Is it accessibility? No, it's not. Processing. Spacebar. There we go. I mean, I don't really know what difference it's going to make. Again, like I think I've just got used to scrolling without it. Yeah. I don't think this is going to... Do you know what? As much as I love the spacebar in old FMs, I don't think this is going to change. This is not going to change the way the game works for me, is it? But I like the fact it's back. I like the fact they've brought it back, I suppose. I just got used to it not being there. Too many clicks to turn on the spacebar. Well, I put that in the Discord. I was like, there's 3 clicks. Entirely new game now, Zeep. Exactly. Now it's an 8 out of 10. The little things are just the little things. Liam McGrath reckons you should be starting games. I mean, Liam, you're wrong. You're wrong, mate. You're also you're not contracted. So Benji liked it so much he wrote a song about it. Now, did he write it? He didn't write a song, did he? He got AI to do it. So, I mean, I could get AI to write a rap about it. Doesn't mean that I can't say that I've done it myself though. And I don't think I will. Does that count? Does that count? I don't think getting AI to do something for you counts as you doing it. If I got AI to write me a book, I can't then say I wrote a book. That's not really how it works, is it? I'm a traditionalist. I'm an old man. I'm a new convert to ChatGPT. I found it about 3 months ago. About 3 months ago. So everyone has been using it for years and years and years. I'm just like, Oh, okay. That's interesting. You can say you prompted AI to write a book. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that you've done it. I could prompt myself to write a book. Without human impact, without human input, ChatGPT is useless. True. I understand that, because then that's like the internet, and it just sits there and it doesn't do anything. But you've not wrote a book, have you? If you write, please could you write me a novel? The key part there is that you're not doing anything of it, is it? Freddie Quinn uses AI to write emails. Oh, I mean, look, I've already had an argument with a mate of mine about that. Using AI to write emails. He wrote a complaint email to Pure Gym because the refurb wasn't to his liking. And I was like, mate, you're paying £17 a month for your gym membership. But if you're going to complain, write it properly. What's a Freddie Quinn? Freddie Quinn is a comedian. He's a comedian who's the co-host of the Dead Men Talk podcast. Very funny. He's a Football Manager fan as well. Or at least he was until FM26. He's less of a fan now. You're all feeding the machine, says the Arsenal. 3 clicks away from Skynet. You know what? It used to only be 1 click though, wasn't it, Arsenal? But now the new UI, it's now 3 clicks. Yeah. Space bar, I always wanted to go into space. Nice. A Babylon Zoo reference. Where's Llama? Llama, put the timestamp it. 13 minutes past 10, Friday night. We've got a Babylon Zoo reference. Oh. Now we're playing Football Manager 26. Yeah. That's it. That's like where this is for us, isn't it? Ridge is in on the follow, by the way. Appreciate you, Ridge. I'm in the mood for some Levi jeans after that. I mean, I've been hanging out with Flat Eric Llama, so I'm the same. That was so we've won that last match. So that was in the FA Trophy. Who we got now? Who are we playing next? And when are we playing is also a key consideration, isn't it? So away to Oxford City today. Away to Oxford City today. Where are Oxford City in the league? They're 12th. We're 9th. Seems a bit unfair, doesn't it? The board are satisfied. The supporters are satisfied. I'm sure that said A- a second ago. Oh, that's for matches. Right. Okay. I'm not 100% convinced that this fast wing play is what we want, you know. I think maybe we slow things down, go narrow, and we maybe go direct counter in this instance. I'd argue he doesn't even need clicks. Sometimes he clicks himself. Who, me? Oh, possibly. I feel like, do you know what? You know who would love this game? A chiropractor. They love clicks. I don't know. All the people that make the machines in, like, for coffee in office blocks. Yeah. Those clicks machines. Yeah. I'll get me coat. I'll leave. So Forbes can come back in for Barton. Oh, Barton played pretty well. You know, he's Lionel Messi's mate, isn't he? So do we put him or do we put Lees in? 6'3". He's got 6'9" overall. He's 6'4". Oh, there you go. See, well, it was close. Chiropractor jokes. Now we're cooking. Well, look, you know, I'm getting myself excited. I'm having jellies now as well, and we're ready to go. Lennon's injured, and then we probably need someone who's better on the right-hand side, because Alan's not quite cutting it, is he? And neither's Lennon, actually. Should we try Cornish? Alan's got to get good eventually, hasn't he? How long do I stick with him? 6.67. Do I go at the recruitment? Let's see. Have we got anyone on the right hand side? Well, Marshall Francis doesn't want to come to us. We know about that. We've got a lot of goalkeepers on the shortlist, which we could probably get rid of now. To be honest, we could probably get rid of them. Yeah, only one on the one right winger. Austin Samuels. Good pace, good acceleration, poor technique, can be wayward when crossing the ball. I mean, that's sort of what we need from a winger, isn't it? But yet he's still very good according to our scouts. I think the fact he's very, very quick is quite handy, isn't it? 15 for acceleration is a lot. Joe Dodu, again, he's non-contract as well. It's probably not going to be able for loan then. We can't afford to bring players in on a free. That's the problem. Amari Miller. What about Barnett and Salford? Dervin Green. I mean, he looks very, very fast. But again, I don't think we've got the money to bring a player in like this. 12 to 17, dribbling, crossing. Where was he before? Warrington. I can't see us getting either of these guys, to be honest. 5'4". Oh my word, determination's good though. Could we try something different? Could we try a little diminutive winger? I mean, he's been from Leeds. He's probably going to want far too much money. So I can't really see him coming in and joining us, but it's worth a look. Let's see if there's anyone on the... let's do a new recruitment focus again. How about loans? Well, yeah, this is what we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at loans, but again, remember, we can't just bring people in that we haven't heard of or we don't know. So we can go onto the shortlist, we can go onto the database, and just say, look, right, quick search, midfielders available for loan, but we'd still have to go and scout them because we don't know who any of these players are. So we've got no idea. This is just a list of guesswork as far as we're concerned. Yeah, I mean, we could. What did we decide? Did we decide that we were looking for? That we were going to use the transfer room? Did we think that was going to be something that we could potentially do? So if I put a recruitment focus here for a right midfielder on loan. Yeah, and a striker on loan, and did we want a centre back as well? I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the transfer market thing, but let's have a look at it. Let's have a look and see if it works for us. Yeah. It might be interesting. It's raining. It's in the dark and it's raining. Here we go. A little bit of a kick clash as well here, I think, mind. White and blue and black and white. Zealand with the raid. Yes, my man. How are we, buddy? Hope you're well. Welcome, 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 everyone. Let's have a look at the old copy and paste, shall we? Our Father, who art in the field, hallowed be thy game. Thy free kicks come. Thy goal will be done on the field as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily kickoff and forgive us our souls, our fouls, as we forgive those who score against us. And lead us not into offside, but deliver us from penalties. My word. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Love it. Incredible. Thank you. Thank you, Zealand. Hope you're well, my friend. Welcome in, Raiders, by the way. This is Darlington. We're at Darlington in the National League North. We are awaiting you to be entertained. Silent rules. That's what you're saying. You want to be entertained? We will entertain you. Okay, that's what we're going to do around here. We are hoping to get ourselves into the playoffs. We're not expecting to be in the playoffs. We're expecting to finish mid-table. So that'll be good. Apologies, by the way, for the kick clash here. We were just complaining about that just as you all turned up. So we're in the black and white against the white and blues. So, that's a terrible miss. Oh, that's a terrible miss. The triple sneeze took Z out. He's a triple sneezed. My word. Don't want that. We've got a player, well, to be honest, looking at the team, we've not got much out in front of us right now. We've got a lad in the reserves who we brought through who looks pretty handy. He's called Jesse Nelson, 6'5", I think, 17 years old. Scored loads of goals for us already. He's already on the countdown to 1,000 goals, we think. We've got another defender who's 6'8", and he's 16. He's a centre half. He's not good at football, but he's just really tall, so we'll use him as well. But yeah, apart from that, our players are all right. They're fine enough. We're trying to get a couple of players in. Zeal love this on loan. Maskell back for Mortimer. God, Jack Mortimer, by the way, was in the stream the other night. He plays for Darlington. He was watching and he was telling us that he is a better free kick taker than the game tells us, because the game tells us he has 1 for free kicks. We went and looked on his TikTok this evening, and he scores free kicks. Like, we've started, in fact, credit, by the way, to the chat for renaming him Roberto Darlos. He's got a wand of a left foot, an absolute wand. So if low league football is your thing, please feel free to drop a follow. That'd be much appreciated. If podcasts are your thing, then I would also recommend that you have a look at the FM Show podcast, which is out every single Thursday. The main man, Zealand, will be on 2 weeks' time, I think it is now. It'll be 2 weeks' time. We're going to get the record next week. Zealand's going to come in, so it'd be good to get him back on the show again. He's been on a few times. And it's me, RDF Tactics, Cy Maggio, and second yellow card. So Matty Cornish makes it 2-0. There we go. That's what we're after. Gives us a little bit of a cushion just before half time. Z33, love the FM show, my man. That's what we like. Appreciate having you in. We also have the WFM show as well, which is our sibling podcast, by the way, where we have our sibling podcast, which looks at the football world from women's football in Football Manager. That's out every other Monday, so go and give them some love as well. That is a great show, really, really great show. It's FM girl Alice hosts it with a new streamer called Ank Lee, who's an American, and inside wingbacks Katie, who's Scottish, and it's a really, really good dynamic. So go and check that out as well. The Wide Forward Manager Pod, that's the one. The WFM show. It's the only way we could do it, unfortunately. The Trequartista podcast was gone. They took the name, so the podcast had to go. Shame, innit? But never mind. Appreciate everyone who's been dropping follows, by the way. Very, very kind indeed. Goffin, Lima Gray, Quokka, Justin J, Dom Hall, nice to see you in. Ridge, Pleasure, everyone. Corey Corvus in there as well. If anyone does want to drop a follow, please feel free. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and other days when we've got some time as well, to be honest. So we're here quite a bit. We are here quite a bit. We've got Sunderland fans in the chat. I like this. What's the question? It's about Reggie Lebris. Is it too early to nominate Reggie Lebris for Manager of the Year? I think it seems fair. Absolutely fair. Him as the manager and Granit Xhaka as signing of the season as well. It's a rough look at that. I'm reading a book that has Darlington as kind of an antagonist. Really? Tell us more, It's a rough. Tell us more. Yeah. Also as well, let us know what you lot are managing in your saves as well. I can see we've come from the 4th division of Spain. Zealand having a great time out there, as we all know. But yeah, thank you for the raid, my friend. Very kind. Roofs is up there. Roofs is mint as well, isn't he? I think the thing with Roofs, right, is that we didn't know just how good he was. We all knew how good Xhaka was, didn't we? We all knew. But Roofs was a bit of an unknown quantity. And we'll enjoy him for 2 seasons before he's sold for big money. And at that point, we'll probably get Pickford back for a year. Or we'll uncover another goalkeeper from somewhere. Apparently, we've got another goalkeeper in the youth system who's going to be pretty decent. How have we missed that? Don't go tell me a corner, fine, but I don't think we should have been scoring that. Should be 3-0. He's been in my FPL team since game week 3. What a guy. He is. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. We're loving him. Currently managing UCD in Ireland, promoted to Season 1 and just qualified for the Conference League in Year 2. Awesome work, Z33. Awesome work. I've not done Ireland. It was something that we toyed about as part of the British and Irish Steel or Maskell. What a goal that is. What a goal. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Ball on the top. Scott, great ball. Maskell brings it down. Keeper's in no man's land. And that's a difficult angle, you know. That's a difficult angle. But well finished. And there's that FM logo ball just spinning around in the bottom of the net. Quokka, it's awesome to see Cornish in FM. That's so cool. For people that don't know, he's an ex-player from #United. Is he? I didn't know that. And he's my player. I've not looked into the background of every player, but that's pretty cool, to be honest. That is pretty cool. Z33 on the follow as well. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Big Dan Ballard's been class. He has. He just needs to stay fit, doesn't he? If he can stay fit, then we'll be all right. If he gets injured, then it's a problem. Let's put Harry Walker on. Harry Walker's the big 6'8" youngster. We'll get him on the pitch just for a couple of minutes. It's probably not enough really to aid his development, but better than nothing, isn't it? Ireland's fun, small divisions, lax registration rules. That's what we like. Yeah, we did the British Steel Challenge a couple of years ago, which is when you have to win every single league and cup in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And of course, you can add the Irish League in as well to make it the British and Irish Steel Challenge. Needless to say, I did not win the British Steel Challenge. I didn't complete that. It was too difficult for me. So adding more nations in was even more ridiculous. I ended up winning European competitions instead of leagues. So I was like, this is not how I'm supposed to play, is it? The book is called Player Manager, basically progression fantasy where the protagonist has the power of seeing in real life football like Champ Manager. Nice. I think I'll have a look at that. Good ball in. Maskell's headed it wide. You've got to score from there. Yes, the mad scientist. Nice to see you, buddy. How are we? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is life over in Denmark? Hope you're good. Are you? Well, you're not in database hell at the minute, are you? Because the editor's not working very well by all accounts. But yeah, hope you're good. Hope you're good, my friend. And if you are fans of retro databases, the mad scientist is your man. So go and drop that boy a follow. Just lost my star striker, Precious Johnston. Devastated, mainly because he has a fantastic name. He has a brilliant name. All I can think about is if he's from Mordor, you know. It's where not is he? Where do the hobbits live? ask if the protagonist can give shouts. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. Yeah, they used to be able to give shouts, but not anymore. I wonder if Joshua Oswede is also in FM. I don't know. He's no Lamalela Bad Boy. That's a great name. That is a great name. Lamalela Bad Boy sounds a little bit like a cake that will be made in a hipster cafe as well. I'll have a flat white and 2 Lalamema Bad Boys, please. Yeah. With extra Biscoff. He's X hashtag as well and very, very fast. Now the thing is, of course, we don't have money. We don't have knowledge. There's Joshua Oswode. Is that the guy there? He's at Walking. So he's in. He's definitely in. And where's Laladema Bad Boy? I don't think that he's going to be in. Where's Lama? Lala? I don't think. Sadly, he's not in. Unless I've spelt it wrong. Nah, not a thing, I'm afraid. Not a thing. Funny thing you should mention, Zealand gave up a Sam to Frodo goal today. Really? There is something in the water. I'd love to find a team that I can build an old school 4-4-2 crouch into 4 style partnership with. Play solid defensive football, almost Getafe style. I think you can do that with every football club, DM Stewart, and I would recommend you do that with every single football club. So Real Madrid 4-4-2 old school crouch into 4, get the ball out to the wings. What you want to sign for Real Madrid is some sort of Nicky Summerby right winger. That's what you want. Shabalala on the wing as well. He's very good from South Africa. Mr. Christopher, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Welcome. Stoke could be a shout. Stoke's a good shout. Sunderland is a good shout. Oldham Athletic. Nicky Summerby has 19 crossing in my coming retro database. I mean, of course he has. What year are we doing this year then, Mad Scientist? Where are we? If I have Real Madrid money, I can get Lorenzo Luca from Napoli. Yeah, that's what you do. And then I'd also get Insigne, because he's small, isn't he? Is he small? Is that what I'm thinking of? Musterman's latest video is about recreating Getafe's tactic. Oh, there we go. Right, check out Musterman's then. Yeah? Is it Musterman FM, is it, I think? There you go. Yeah. Go and check out Musterman then. 2000, 2001 prime Kevin Phillips. Right, I think we found our save, everybody. This is going to be easy, isn't it? We're all off to get Kevin Phillips. Sorry, my chat, we're going to manage Sunderland yet again. If I'm managing Real, I can get Luca and have my San Etienne strike partnership because they already have Hendrick. And they do. They definitely do. Maybe try and convince Jermaine Defoe to come out of retirement, maybe. Kyle Hudlin and Milton Nunes. Do you know what? I don't think that's a sentence that anybody has ever said is what they want, ever. But how good would it have been, though? In fact, here's a question, 33. Do you remember Patrick and Bomber? Do you remember him? Because I was always convinced that he was going to be class, right? And I based that purely on the fact that I used to watch a lot of Transworld Sport. And when he played in the J-League, there was always highlights of him scoring blasties from like 40 yards and such. And I was like, this guy looks mint. And then Sunderland signed him. And it was, I don't think we quite played to his strengths. I don't think he was really that into being there. It's just one of those ones where it just clearly didn't work out. But it was one of those interesting signings. Where it was just like, ooh, Patrick and Bomber. Let's see what happens here, shall we? Mate still adamant it's incredible for us and he was very Sunderland. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I'm the same. Like, I don't think people remember him actually playing, so I'm always really happy when people do see it. And they're like, oh yeah, I remember a Bomber. But I'm not sure. Just seeing Dan Barlow get sent off. Yeah, again, I thought he was going to go for a bit of a rest. But apparently not. Stealthy Assassin, appreciate the follow. Appreciate the raid, my friend. Very kind. Hope you're good. Welcome. All going well, my friend. All going well. How are you? How's your stream? The Keegan Toshak, Raul Morientes, Quinn and Phillips pairing. Oh. The Carnu and Defoe pairing. Alexei Bogdanovic is in. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This is Jesse Nelson, by the way, for Raiders. This is the lad that we've hung all of our hopes and dreams on. 17 years old, 6'5", jumping reach of 18, finishing of 14, heading of 14, aggression of 15, off the ball of 14. Let's ignore the fact that he has 3 for pace and acceleration, okay? Let's ignore the fact he has 4 for stamina. Let's focus on the fact he has 14 goals in 17 games. Let's just look at that. Yeah, that's the boy Jesse. Yeah, he moves like a brick wall. Yeah, he really does. He really does. The young defender that we spoke about, that you need to see as well, is Harry Walker, 6'8", 16 years old, 6'8", 16 for jumping reach, 15 for aggression, 1 for off the ball, 1 for vision. He is blind. He can't see. 2 for work rate. He doesn't care. He's not bothered. 4 for acceleration, but he's got 8 for pace, and he's never played football in his life. The technical abilities he has are non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. Yeah. What a right back. 6'8", bombing up the wing. Well, don't mention bombing, Chris. We're not allowed to talk about bombing. Review bombing. None of that. Can't mention bombing. But what we will show. Have I still got it loaded up? Let's see. Right. I'll for those who weren't here earlier, right? We've got Jack Mortimer, right, who's one of our players in the team, who was in the chat the other day, right? He's in the chat on YouTube, right? Apparently, he's got 1 for free kicks, right? He has 1 for free kicks in game. 1, and he's not got a right or left foot either. I mean, that's gone in the top corner, right? That's got straight in the top corner. That boy can take a free kick. That's probably just a one-off, innit? He probably can't do it again, can he? Looks like he can do it again. It's another left foot. It's another one in the top corner. What about this way? Doing it twice is fine, isn't it? 3 times. Look, whoever's researched, as I say, whoever's researched Jack Mortimer, I think you never saw him take a free kick ever. Because it looks like he's quite good at them. So I think we maybe need to up his 1 rating that he's got for free kicks here. Here's another one. Yeah, straight through the goalkeeper. I mean, keeper's got to do better there, hasn't he? Really, but that's not a free kick. This one is. This is another free kick here. More in the wall that time. Still goes in. Boy loves scoring free kicks. So I think we need to have a word with the researcher. Yeah, so there you go. Jack Mortimer, pretty good. A regular Andy Tannoy. I mean, he is, isn't he? He could be the one, possibly. So we've put him in. He started scoring a couple of goals now, which is good. Really, really good. I think it's just more of a confidence thing for him, to be honest. He's obviously not in the chat tonight because there might be a game tomorrow, so you're not going to see him on a Friday night. But he was there on YouTube on Tuesday? No, Wednesday. No, Monday. Monday when we recorded. That's right. So that's where we are. Spennymoor up next. Where are we? Are we at home to Spennymoor or away? Let's just find out. Home. Spennymoor, top of the league. I say we stick counter-attacking. It worked against Oxford, the counter-attacking system. We moved up into the playoffs now. So I think we stick with the same side. Everyone seems happy enough. Barrow's moved into centre-back. He's happy enough there. Scott's on the left wing. Let's pop Jesse Nelson back in. Do we pop Jesse Nelson back in for Jack Mortimer? Yes, we do, because of the fact that it's a big, big game, right? And where's is Nelson back? Not Nelson. Is Lennon back yet? Where's Lennon? I can't see him. Oh, there he is. Pop him in for Cornish. Right, come on then. Let's go for it. Us against Spennymoor. Is this a northeast accent? It is. It is, Dean Stewart. It is. I'm from Washington, so just up near Sunderland. But I live all the way down south now. I live in York now, so pretty much either part of the Midlands or borderline south. So here we go then. 4-2-4 for Darlo. Spennymoor 4-2-3-1. This is a derby match, isn't it? Zalnace, what school did we go to? You were bidding. I was an Usworth boy. Zalnace. So my primary school, my junior school, my primary school is gone. That was knocked down. My comprehensive school is now a college, I believe. So, yeah, slowly managing to erase all memories of my childhood, which is, in a sense, is quite good. Legend. I've butchered that. Sorry. My Live in Legend. Appreciate the follow. Very, very kind. Will York ever get promoted? Asks EPMD. Probably not. They should. They've got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money, and if they don't get promoted this year, then I reckon there's going to be some problems behind the scenes. They obviously spent a lot of money to try and get there last year. They've done the same again this year. The expectation is there. I wonder whether or not they would be cut out for the Football League though when they get up there. That's going to be the question. The infrastructure around the area is tricky for fans, given the fact that it's a football stadium in a retail park, and it's primarily a rugby stadium. And I'm not sure what the appetite for football is in York still. I know that people that try and say it's a football town. It's not really. I think it's a rugby town and a cricket town. But maybe that's partly because of the fact that it's been a long time since the football team's done really, really well. So it's difficult to tell, isn't it? Really, I suppose. But will they ever get promoted? If I'm going to answer that question in terms of asking it literally, will they ever get promoted? Eventually, they will get promoted at some point. Logic would say they have to get promoted somewhere, but will it be soon? If it's not this year, then I would worry about next year, personally. Small world. JFK Primary, my word. Well, Hill Rise ain't there no more, so I can tell you that's where I went. How do you think Wolves will do under Edwards? I think Wolves will get relegated under Edwards in the same way they get relegated under the last manager. I don't think they're very good. In fact, I think they're quite poor. In fact, I'd definitely say they're poor. These were one of the teams, apparently, that, Sunderland was supposed to be scared of. Because it's the Premier League, and the Premier League's meant to be brilliant. It's meant to be the best league in the world. It can't be. If you've got, teams like Wolves sat there. India was once the tea capital of the world. Bit embarrassing how the nation is at football. Exactly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Those massive nations. Australia is its own continent. That should be so much better. New Zealand's massive. Landmass, obviously. Maskell's just scored. I don't know. How good, right, are Martians? Their planets are bigger than Earth, aren't they? Australia don't have many people living there. I mean, that's not my problem, Rougeau. That's because they won't let people in. You know, you've got any lake or moss. Have you ever looked at a rabbit? You know, that's all what they do when they get to the borders. We've seen Border Force. Mars is a rugby planet. Yes, you're right, Bear. Absolutely. I like that. USA is an economic capital of the world. Bit embarrassing how bad they are at football. Yeah, I think it's probably a fair thing. They should be. I still think they're going to be the ones that'll win a World Cup next. They'll be the next. They have to be the next footballing superpower at some point, due to the sheer size and money that's available. But then again, how many additional soccer players are they attracting? Would be the question, and it's an answer I don't know. Everything poisonous kills animals in Australia. But it's the thing, like they've got animals that can kill everything. So why can't we bring, some sort of illness that would maybe wipe some of those deadly animals out? It seems a little bit double standards if you're asking me. US and China are going to turn up at the Olympics at some point. I mean, yeah, maybe. I'm waiting for it. I mean, England have already done it, haven't they? They tried to sort of get in with the Olympics and just went, can we just put the England team in there and see if we can win the Olympics? And they didn't. Desperate, so desperate to win anything, aren't they, England? Obviously they're hosting the Euros. Sorry, no, they're not hosting the Euros. Britain are hosting the Euros. All games to be played at Wembley, bar about 2 matches that are in Scotland and 1 match that's in Bristol. But yeah, it's definitely everyone in the British Isles is hosting it. Oh, Maskell again. How's the Darlo save going today? Do you know what? We're doing all right today, Stealthy Assassin. We're doing all right. We're winning games today. Touch wood. I mean, this is us 2-0 up against Spennymoor, who are second in the league. Does anyone describe themselves as British anymore? As every country for themselves? Yeah, that's a difficult question, EPMD. How do we answer that one? How do we answer? I mean, my national allegiance is Scotland. Whether or not people would then accept my attendance within Scotland, I don't know. Then I have to refer to myself as British, I don't know. But I'm not going with English. One of my favourite lines from the first season of Ted Lasso was, how many countries are in this country anyway? I like that, that's good. Describe myself as British feels like I'm climbing a lamppost to put up a flag. I mean, that is let's face it, Chris, that is English. That is very much an English thing. I don't know, let's go for UK. Yeah, alright, yeah, UK works. Hopefully we can do this nicely. I have been known to get in trouble every now and again for airing my views, but I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be well behaved. Robson with the interception over the top. See, this is the problem. With being a comedian, is that I have no filter. So when I think of something funny, I just say it, and at that point, that's when everyone goes, oh, TJ, man, you shouldn't say that. That's going to upset a lot of people. And it does upset a lot of people. Let's put Mortimer on, actually. Give him a run out. Jebaru, 57 months. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. That is wonderful support. Don't want a difficult question. Is 257 a prime number? Oh, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, purely on the basis that I'm not very good at maths, and it sounds like it's only divisible by itself. Purely because of the fact that I'm not good at maths. Is it or isn't it? I've got no idea. Hatfield off the bar. Cedric Main. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Huge emote. How did you get the massive TJs? Oh, you've got a Gigantify emote. Nice. I'm all for this. Welcome in, Jebru. Nice to see you. Appreciate that. And by the way, if you want to get a massive TJ emote, then all you need to do is sign up via Amazon Prime and get your free Prime sub. Or feel free to have a sub. And then that will, of course, also then allow you to have TJ emotes. Good tackle. Great tackle by Barrow. Platty all the way up to nobody. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to go to anybody at all. Then spend money on bits and use it for the massive emotes. Oh, or you could do bits. You could do bits as well. Yeah, loads of ways of getting big emotes in your life. Welcome to large emotes in your area. Kuyate, nice touch. Keeper saves it. Oh, Dan's got the bouncing TJ heads. There we go. I mean, that is actually... well, you couldn't actually make my head much bigger. That's the problem. Because there's not enough pixels in the world to make my head bigger than it actually is. It is a sizable cranium on TJ, to be honest. Kevin over on YouTube, what anyone says about anything annoys people these days. Ain't that true? Ain't that true? Look at this though, huge win by the way for Darlington. 3-0 over Spennymoor. Massive. I mean, we're on the up, aren't we? This can only end badly now. I'm sure of it. Chris, are you making notes of the moment when the save collapses? We're up to 4th. We've got a nosebleed now. We're 8 points behind Chester. Oh dear. There's a lot of football still to be played though, don't worry. This is tasting like promotion. It is a little bit, but it tastes like promotion as if there's some glass in it. That's the thing. You've won a game in hand and moved up the league. You've managed to extend your unbeaten run. The team looks almost invincible. Uh-oh. Yes, confidence is good. Confidence is good. You've shown little let up in the fantastic season by letting notions of mid-table mediocrity become a distant memory. I'm proud of what we're doing. Jack Maskell was mint. We are wanting some more players. Who's Tommy Davies? I mean, we don't know who he is. We've got no idea. We'll have to trial him, otherwise we'll never find out who he is. I won't go into any further details. Am I looking to make Preston Leach a permanent member of the squad again? Can't talk about that right now. Let's keep going. What are we in now? 18 matches into the save. Gone. The inevitable falling apart will be spectacular. Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming. We know it's going to be there. Yeah, make sure you drop your follows now, everybody, for when we eventually crumble and fall out of the playoffs. Yay! It's beginning to look a lot like Bottlemus. Everywhere we go, we have started to win some games, then we're gonna lose loads and loads of games and probably get sacked. It's beginning to look a lot like Bottlemus. Yeah, there you go. Do you know what? That's not even AI. That was that was me actually making it up. So that's the going back to the question earlier about, you know, if you get AI to do something, have you done it? No. That was me making that up just there. Yeah. That's the Spurs song. Oh, the Spurs song. The Spurs team that won a European Cup. Is that Spurs? Surely not that Spurs. Spurs couldn't be bottling if they've won a European Cup. Surely. Do I not understand what bottling means? You're a Man United fan. So you're the bottling team then. I get you now. I get you. Deflection. Good. Now, Dan's an Arsenal fan, so he will be absolutely used to the term of bottling. A broken clock is right twice a day. Indeed. Indeed. A broken clock does not cut its hair twice a day, though, does it? And as a Sunderland fan, we have never bottled anything because we've never been in the position to do so. Yeah, so... But that all sounds like real football chat, doesn't it? And again, not really commonplace around here. Come on, Darlington's next opponents. Now, Daniel. Please, let's all be friends. You know. It's Curzon Ashton next. Again, another home game. Then Bedford Town. Then Worksop. Then Scunthorpe and the FA Trophy. So, getting into December in the top 4. I find myself wanting Darlo to start winning for some reason. A broken clock does not cut his hair twice a day is a quote. Get on a t-shirt, Matt. That'll be the good thing, won't it? Yeah. I say start, continue. I mean, yeah, either or. Unpopular take. Here we go. I'm ready for this one. Unpopular take. The draw was a good result for Arsenal at Sunderland last weekend. Arsenal teams of the last few years would have found a way to lose that match. It's possible, isn't it? It's true. There is a little bit more guile in this Arsenal team than in previous years. Yeah. There is moments when they would maybe be like a little bit in their own shells and stuff. I mean, from a Sunderland perspective, it's 2 points dropped in it, really. You know, have we cost ourselves the title now? I don't know, maybe not, but it's just going to make it more interesting, make it more entertaining. Don't make it look like, like we're, don't make it look like we're going to be there all the way. Like, have it so that everyone's like, Sunderland's never gonna be a title challenger, and then with about 7 or 8 games to go, just turn the screw and then win the title that way. And obviously it'll be a better victory than when Leicester won it. It'll be a much better title win. But maybe I'm biased with that. Maybe. Say what you want, that Sunderland performance was definitely the best performance Arsenal have faced this season. No one has caused us more problems. Agreed. What was it that Matt put in the Discord? Was it the Arsenal, Sunderland had scored 40% of the goals Arsenal have conceded this season? Like, pretty impressive, isn't it? You know, you haven't conceded any goals, and Sunderland just went, well, we'll score 2. But we played brilliantly. We had to play really, really well not to lose, right? And Arsenal had to play really well not to lose. We won the first half, they won the second half. It's a draw. It's a fair result. Yeah. Sunderland have scored 40% of the goals that Arsenal have conceded. That's the one. Limo, hello, pal. How are we? Welcome in. Hope you're well, my friend. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah. Make no mistake, we're going to lose to Sunderland. We don't have a striker. Darlington. You mean Tottenham, don't you? I thought we were going to say that Darlington aren't going to lose to Sunderland. They might actually, yeah. All good, thank you, Lima. All good, can't complain. Family are well, I'm well, I think. I sound like I'm a little bit better. I'm not as gruff and croaky and coughing as I was before, but we're getting there. We are getting there. And, well, ask me at the end of this match, but we have been winning as well, so that's interesting. I saw your Everton team's been winning as well, Limo. That's a sight to behold. So, really, really like to see that. Love to see that. Tell isn't a striker. Solanke's broken. Solanke's not a striker either. Mawani's playing half injured. Richarlison's good for 5 games. Richarlison, the only player in the Premier League who's managed to be booked twice for taking his shirt off in the 90th minute and still be on a side that hasn't won. Brilliant. What a player. What a stat that is as well, by the way. So here we go then. Curzon Ashton in blue and white. Let's see if we can keep this decent run of form going. I mean, we are under pressure early doors. Keep the ball in the air, it's fine. Oh, yeah, maybe this might be a concern. Yeah. So they're 4-3-3. Are we going to presume they're going to go wide? Because we're trying to play narrow. We're trying to be fairly compact. We're also being we're also playing counter-attack. So where are they in the league? Curzon Ashton, 17th. Right, so we might want to actually switch that up a little bit. And instead of being counter-attacking, let's maybe switch it up. Should we go wing play? Let's go wing play. By this rate, I'd recall Lancashire and stick him up front for the rest of the season. One Ring King. How's the save going? How's Jesse? Jesse's going good. I was struggling for consistency with Chelmsford in the National League South, but I got Jesse on trial. You can't take Jesse from Darlington. But you probably should. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's on a bit of a barren patch at the minute. He's not scored in 3 games, I think. So I mean, it's all this talk about, you know, moving to Chelmsford that's getting in his head. So we can't have his head turned. But they are busy chiseling the statue. They released him. What? God. Got to wish bad things on the football club now, haven't you? That's a crazy decision. You're going into season 4 with West Ham, says Kling Eli. Nice. I think we would have been on to season 4 with Sunderland had we not decided to go into Darlington, because a second season in the Championship will happen, but it's going to have to happen offline. There's Scott, pulls it back. No one's going to get that though. Lennon looks tired, doesn't he? Really tired. He's on 6-4. Cedric Main looks tired. So our 2 wide players just look done in. There's Nelson winning the ball. No one's in front of him though. No silverware yet. Yet being the key word. Not no silverware at all. Yet. There will be some in the future. I sense it. Oh, hang on. How's he scored that? How did... Come on, Headley. You need to get your head on it. Head is in your name. Oh. Right. That's a bit of a concern. Headley gets up. Misses it completely. But even then, he's got 2 centre-backs and a goalkeeper to get past there. Still manages to score. We've not got anybody up front, have we? Magic Paired, are we top of the league just yet? Well, interesting you should ask that. We're currently, well, we were 4th leading into this match. And we've just beaten 2nd in the league. But in this match, we're not having a nice time. We're losing against a team that sat way below us. And we have been counter-attack the last couple of matches. I've gone back to this wing play system and it's not really working for us. So do we go more direct? We'll go route 1 probably, get the ball forward. Maybe go narrow again. I feel like that might be the way to do it. Maskell's becoming frustrated. Let's get him off for Mortimer. Lennon's not having a good time. Should we change the shape? I mean, we could go to a kind of like... We could potentially go boxy, couldn't we? You know? Or, actually, let's do this. Let's put Kirakora on there. Let's put Lennon there. And let's see if that helps. Where can Kira Koro? He can be a channel forward or centre forward. Let's make him a centre forward. Let's have Nelson as the target. See if that's gonna yield anything. I guess we have a few more players up front, and it might at least create more chances. We only had 4 shots. And we can still go back to 4-2-4 if needs be, or even 4-2-3-1 if needs be. But at the minute, we're not looking value for money. Oh yeah, pounce on the mistake, that'll do. Hatfield, Headley, Mortimer, Lennon over the top. Kiro. There we go. Yes, Jem Thoughts. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Pleasure to see you. There's a goal. Just for you turning up. There's a goal for you. Hope you're good, buddy. Lennon dinks it over the top. Kiro goes through. Lovely little finish. That should give us a bit of confidence. Isn't that quite damning, saying Crusader Kings 3 and not FM26? Not at all. Not at all, Jem. You should be playing whatever makes you happy. And if you're not playing FM26 today, then that's absolutely fine. Nobody should have to play whatever they don't want to play. Replaced with Walker. Who are they suggesting for this? Ben Headley. Oh, go on then. Let's give Harry Walker a chance. That right winger who has no technicals at all. Played Battlefield 6 earlier. I saw that actually, yeah. I've not played Battlefield. That feels like there's going to be a lot going on at that point. Good ball down the line. Mortimer pulls it back. Kiro. 2-1. We've had the turnaround. Get in. Now here's the question. Do we pull everyone back and slot back into our 4-4-2? Great run by Jack Mortimer though. What a ball in. Right, now we don't want to concede an equaliser. When I see Tom Platt, I think of the video of FM25 where he complains about the squad depth. FM24, but the old Jamie Hutchinson bit. I mean, Hutch is right. You don't go complaining about goalkeepers. Bring them goalkeepers. Give them goalkeepers. Stop complaining, Platty. But at this moment in time, he seems to be okay. I reckon we've got enough about us to hold the ball. It's a bold strategy I'm going for. In fact, almost let me bring it. I'm even going to go 4-2-3-1 there. Technically. Kiro, so good they named him twice. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Hopefully he can get a third goal as well. He's got two names, 2 goals. What a turnaround. TJ Tactics is in, everyone. That's what we liked. Okay, we've gone from 1-0 down against Curzon Ashton, pulled it round 2-1, and that moves us in, keeps us 4th, 4 points behind Spennymoor, 7 behind South Shields, 8 behind Chester, level with Kidderminster, only 2 ahead of Kings Lynn, 3 ahead of Hereford and Bedford. I mean, it's tight, isn't it? It's tight. Forget Baz Ball. We've got TJ Ball. We have got TJ Ball, and we didn't keep the receipt, so we're going to have to stick with it. So yeah, that works for me. Trying to put an advert in Darlington's program when I work for the Quakers. Did you? Nice. Come and watch JM Thoughts do his streams. I'm a big fan of it. Right. Dribbling's very, very good. Well, no, finishing's very good. Dribbling's not. Is fine. Pace is good. Fitness is good. Amari Miller, not as fast. A little bit better. A lot younger. I think these guys are going to want far too much money. Have we even got money to sign these players? Star player, right? Okay, let's see what he wants. £1,000 a week. Bye now. Bye. Well, we've got £290 a week remaining. Okay, so we do have a little bit of money. Quarantine Cyclist saying, nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Glad it's going well at Darlo. It is going well at Darlo now. Now it's going well at Darlo. You're at £1,000 as well. Bye. Bye. That's not going to happen. Right. Fine. Makes things nice and easy. We're not going to be doing this. Let's have a look at the transfer room. Anybody bringing us players from AJ Warburton? Ollie Taylor. Ollie Taylor feels like a Darlo player, doesn't it? Like, that just sounds like a Darlo player's name. Ollie Taylor down the line. Decent dribbling, decent first touch, decent flair, decent, just generally decent. Decent fitness. What would be nice is if it just took you back to the screen that you were there on. Leon Parker from Middlesbrough. Good first touch. Good technique. Crossing, dribbling. Sort of lacks a little bit. These players are only last resort players, apparently. That's concerning. Marcus Cohen, striker. Cameroonian. Wanted by Maine as well. Jack Newell from Burton. Good determination. Bad moustache. 5'3". Sorry. Dante Ranger. Oh, what a name that guy's got. Josh Ayres. Great jumping reach. 6'6", 15 finishing, 16 jumping reach. No pace. I mean, literally him and Jesse Nelson up top. I mean, that is big lads, isn't it? Big lads doing big things. Fabian Claxton. Not for sale. John Mengie. James Knott. Jaden Prunty. Seth Okaya. I mean, he looks alright, to be honest. It's intended it annoys me it stays in a player's career if it's the last thing I looked at. Chances are the next player I look at, I want to see the profile as well. I know what you mean. I get what you mean. Theo Robinson, right, let's just keep these filters on the go at the minute, because we might get something. But nothing's really jumping out. Go by him and rename him as the Tonto Ranger. I think you could be right. I think legally we have to. There's an expectation there, isn't there? Enjoying FM26 despite the foibles. I am as well. Like, look, there's bits that don't quite work as we'd expect. There's bits we don't quite work as we'd like. But we work around it, right? Let's see. I'm going to keep the same side. I think we should probably make a couple of changes at this point. So Lennon's tiring. Are we going to put Cornish in, or are we going to give Alan a run out and hope that he can actually do something this time? I feel like Kiro's sort of he's earned an opportunity on the wing. And then maybe Tom Platt in midfield rather than McGowan. I think it's a lot better than a lot of people are giving it stick for. That is a fair point. Yeah, it is better than the criticism it's getting. But that's not to say that it's perfect, and it's not to say that it's good. There is still a lot that we are able to say, actually, do you know what? It would be better if that worked, or that worked, or that was better. But it's difficult to win, when you're a paid shill. So let's put Andy Myers-Smith in rather than Headley. And maybe let's rest Jesse Nelson for Mortimer. At least everyone's fully fit for this match. Yeah. It's a tough one, man, against Bedford. It could be. Could be a tough match. Let's see what the press are saying, shall we? They're playing above expectations. So are we. We're not talking about Preston Leach at the minute. Joseph Williams. Excuse me. 6'4". Yeah, all right. Let's put him in the shortlist as well. We're not going to talk about him, though, are we? Does Maskell have the attributes to unpick Bedford? I think he does. I would like to think he does. I hope he does. Must admit, the whole shill narrative is cracking me up. I think people are just leaning into it now, to be honest. Like, before, I think we've all been very much like, no, we're not. And now it's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we might as well be. Go for it. That's cool. Because at the end of the day, people have made their minds up regardless. So it doesn't really matter what we say to people, because they're not listening. So it's all fine. They're not listening, so we might as well just go along with it. Right, non-contract fee for Harry Walker at the minute. That'll do. Get him in. Okay. Let's go then. Let's go. They've already made their minds up. They have. I mean, we looked at some of the comments we've been getting on the podcast recently in the last 24 hours, and they've gone from anger yesterday to a little bit more chilled out this morning, but it's only in the space of 24 hours. It's like maybe we just don't look at them anymore. TJ has to pay for Mr. J's 5-star Caribbean cruise and the kids' eating education somehow. We do, and it's only through FM can we do this. Yeah. I'm not doing savings like an idiot. Come on. You get stick. Yeah. It always happens. Well, it just happens, Jem. Like, people are still feeling whatever they're feeling, and they want a place to vent their frustrations and their anger. And whether it's right or wrong, they have a space to say that, and fine, have an opinion, not a problem at all. But some of the stuff is wild. I certainly can't venture into Reddit. I just can't. That's not a place I need to be. Twitter's bad enough. You know, I hate the fact that there's the For You page on Twitter, because that makes it think that that's what I want to see, and it's not. Most of that stuff is stuff I don't follow. So it's like, oh, do you want to read this? Nah. You know, don't follow that for a reason, but... Oh yeah, Reddit. I couldn't be doing it. Great ball. Go on, Maskell. You got the legs? You've got the legs. What a counter-attack that is. We're off and running. What a ball from Tom Allen. I thought Maskell didn't have the legs actually for a second there, but I was like, no, he does. Keeper goes down. It's in the bottom corner. Come on, Darlo. Here we go. Keeper's got his head in his hands. Rightfully so. Should be ashamed of yourself. What's happening here? Hatfield with a free kick. Ball in. Oh, Tom Allen at the back post. Big header. Is this the Tom Allen we've been hoping to see all this time? And he's off the mark now. Hatfield floats the ball in. Good header. 2-0 up. Now we're talking. Mrs. J, borrow my phone. The algorithm is Taylor Swift and Munchkin Cats. I mean, was it last night? Was it the other night we talked on here about my algorithm on TikTok? Oh no, it was with Sai and Aaron. We were talking about podcast, and my algorithm on TikTok at the minute is, and I don't know how I've got it, but on TikTok, my algorithm is American prisoners getting ridiculous prison sentences. So, like 400 years or something, and then their reactions. And obviously, they're the kind of prisoners who have to wear metal masks and a strap to chairs because they're a little bit they're unsafe. I don't really know how that's become my algorithm, but it's there. You've got the same, Harrison. Yeah, you thought it was AI. Yeah, because they're all like, they've got face, every single one of them's got face tattoos, haven't they? But yeah, I don't know if it's real or not. Maybe it is. Someone got 69,000 years the other day, or 6,900 years. I was just like, yeah, that's probably too much, isn't it? I understand why they say, like, you know, like you can't just go or give them 100 years. Because, you know, potentially they might live for 100 extra years, and then it's like, and then they have to come out. But I don't think that, you know, 7,000 years. I'm like, just call it 200. They're not getting out after 200 years. They all say, no, that's not fair, I'm not going back. Yeah, they do, yeah. Or they just were like, oh, they'll sort of say things like, ain't no jail can hold me, you know. Imagine dying, come back to life and seeing you're still in prison. That would be shit, wouldn't it? AI has finally figured us all out. You're in the people who eat people's faces buckets. You can't change buckets. This is where I am with life. Maskell. Good effort. If they get out of 40% of 200, that's realistic. With 40% of 2,000 isn't useful. Yeah, I guess so. I reckon, though, if you're getting a 200-year prison sentence, I don't think the chance of parole is there for you, really. Right, 200 years, but if you're well behaved, you can get out after 50. Like, come on. If you've been given a 200-year prison sentence, the chances are you're not very nice. Yeah? You know, call me a lefty woke, right? But I reckon if you've got 200 years worth of prison, I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be allowed out. Yeah. Unless, of course, you're wrongly convicted, then fine. But there's got to be a lot that's gone wrong with the conviction that you've been given 200 years. There's very little case of mistaken identity in that one, isn't there? Going, I don't really think it is him, but, well, you know what? In 200 years, we'll find out. I don't think it's lefty woke to call for prisoners to be banged up forever. You know, someone somewhere will think that, JM, won't they? They'll be thinking of that bloody softy over there. Talking about his feelings. Yeah? Going to be interesting. I was wrongly convicted of 200 years. Yeah, and the YouTube video with this. The thumbnail. Utter woke nonsense. It absolutely is. Let's see, what have we got? Kiro's not having fun. Let's put Cedric on. Put a centre back on. I'm not sure it's the right idea. I suppose you could take Myers Smith off, actually. There must be a serious reason why 9 people think you need to be locked up for 2,000 years. Again, that's a good point, Jason. Yeah. The sheer numbers of it all. Like, look, 9 of us reckon that's 2,000 years. 1 of us said 5. Okay, but 9 said 2,000. So we've gone with the majority in this case. Jack Mortimer gets a goal. Harrison Carroll, my youth save started to bring players through in season 3. Just sold my star youth player for 100 grand. Wanted the club to keep the money so I can improve the facilities. That's 100% the way, Harrison. Keep the money in the club. Don't go spending it. Especially if you're doing a youth only save, you can't really go and spend it, can you? Some offences, maybe double parking or fishing without a permit, should be an ending. I mean, there is some stuff in it. There is some stuff where you go, oh, you know what, like bad queuing etiquette or something. Using the wrong bin. I don't know about using the wrong bin. Maybe, you know what, maybe unsporting behaviour at the tip. That could be one. People that don't indicate at a T-junction. Yes, this could be it as well. Yeah. People who don't say thank you after leaving the door open. That. Or the people who start to, like, if there's cars parked on the roadside, the SUV types that start just going, oh, you know what, it's not my right of way, but I will drive anyway, forcing you to halt, having with the right of way on the road, and then waiting for them to squeeze past you. And then, of course, other people behind go, oh, well, we might as well go as well. And then eventually, it's a bus that tries to get through. And you're like, this is just ridiculous. Yeah. Behaviour at the tip is a good indicator of future crimes. Isn't it just? It is where manners shine. The tip is where manners shine. You know a lot about a person at the tip. Yeah. If you're a prick at the tip, you're a prick in real life. People that overtake you at a mini roundabout by driving over it. Oh, llama. Yes, this is the one. Or the people that get right up your backside as well when you're driving. Like, you know what I mean? That's not what we need, is it? I've got kids in the car. I mean, granted, you won't know that because I haven't got a sign that says baby on board or child on board, but, you know, I have. Manners maketh men. TJ proceeds to smash someone with a pint glass. Yeah, exactly. Have some decorum. What did I just hear? A bit of everything, Dan. Joke's on them because it's I who's the baby. It's the reason I'm wearing the nappy. Yeah. Craig Parry seems somewhat envious of the young talent you have. I took his comments in a complimentary manner. Bedford have been the feel-good story? I mean, look. I think you'll find Darlington have been the feel-good story. Yeah. Darlington are the ones that are sat in third. Bedford slipped to ninth after we beat them 3-1. So what kind of feel-good story is that? Eh? I've been to Bedford, nothing feels good about it. No. I used to live in Bedford, Llama. You're right. There's no feeling good. Look at this. Board feedback, ecstatic. Supporters, ecstatic. Oh, let's clip that for prosperity, because that's not going to be there in tomorrow's stream, is it? Went to university in Bedford. It was fun. Well, fair play, Bumwee. What did you study at Bedford Uni? Almost ended up in uni at Bedford. Narrow escape. Magic Ped. You and Bumwee could have been pals. I don't know whether or not it would have been at the same time or not, but for this story, clearly. The backstory of pulling through the horrendous depravity to make it out of Bedford is finally revealed. PE teacher. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Worse is when you're the baby next to you driving an even bigger baby. You need to be the grown-up for that moment. Oh, yeah, it's almost like getting to Inception at this point, isn't it, Jason? Has anyone made the mod for the smiley faces yet? Someone will have done somewhere, Jebaru. I'm waiting for the mod when this turns into, like, you know, The Simpsons or something. It's completely different. Bumwee, I trained to be a teacher. Used to go and watch rugby and drink beer. Sounds like a teacher, to be honest. Part of De Montfort Uni, Leicester is in Bedford. Oh no, sorry, the part of De Montfort Uni, Leicester is in Bedford. Because that sentence, with the way I said it, made no sense. Leicester is not in Bedford. The University of Bedfordshire is in Luton. So everything's just sort of moving a bit further about, isn't it? So Maskell still wanted by Marine. Luton and Bedford to campus. That's the one. That's the one. Do we go with it? Let's pop Headley back in at right back. Myers didn't really have a great time. And Kiro wasn't very good. Leroy, always a blast lurking here. Good evening. Thank you very much, Leroy. It's always a pleasure having everyone here. You know, it's nice. We've had a bit of daftness. We've had some serious discussions. Some covers. Leroy Jenkins. I mean, if your surname is Jenkins, then it's even better. I don't think it is. I think we asked this before, haven't we? Best clip ever. It won't surprise you, Zalnius. I was a late attender of that clip. Mrs. J was all about it. She was like, I know this clip, and I'm like, I don't really watch YouTube. So that was back in the days when I could say things like, I don't watch YouTube. You know, when it was all just like stuff that I wouldn't engage with personally. That and Ladder Goat. See, another thing that again it just passes me by, didn't it, Mrs. J? You were showing me it and I was like, I don't understand why you're laughing at this. I don't get it. But they loved it. They loved it. Thank you, Jason. Very, very kind. It's no, the pleasure is all mine, not yours. The pleasure is all mine. Barrow's free kick. Cedric Main. We've got Darlo purring now, haven't we? Leroy Jenkins is an all-time clip. Yeah, I think I appreciate it now. Great free kick off the bar. Cedric Main with the tap in. Come on, Darlo. Works up down in 18th. Run the ball back. Platt. Cedric Main. Cuts inside. Finishes it. Love hearing on the FM show talk about Champman, Italia and Spain discs being separate from the UK discs. Teen memories. True though, wasn't it, Ped? Absolutely true. Kids these days don't know they're born. Oh, do you reckon we could get the licence for the Lithuanian League? Aye, but it's going to cost you 14 quid for another CD. And all you're going to get is the Lithuanian League. Nobody would buy it, would they? Yeah. Vine was the best. 7 seconds of Vine. I rediscovered Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage advert last night. What? Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage? Is that like a restaurant, is it? Good evening, welcome to Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Have a massage while you eat meat. I mean, that's a great... You know what? That sounds like a great place. I have the baby back ribs and can you tickle my toes, please? Mrs. J, can we go there? That sounds class. Sounds unhygienic. I mean, look. It does sound unhygienic, but... Also, maybe they wash your feet at the same time, so it is hygienic. I'm not sure if all of the footness takes place in the same room either, so unconfirmed rumours, isn't it? I love Champman Italia. I think I managed every team in those 2 leagues by the time I was done with it. Yeah, Champman Italia was brilliant. The best of the best. Feet nibbling fish whilst at a chippy. They got rid of that, didn't they? They got rid of those weird fish that you put your feet in and they just like ate your bits of dead skin. Turns out that was unhygienic actually. They got rid. Yeah. The fact that they had them in like shopping centres or something was just a bit... That was grim. Oh, it's not off the line, unfortunately. Can we show the tactical instructions? I mean, we can, Sam. You'll probably be disgusted at how simple it is. Because there's no need to overcomplicate things. Pre-COVID, definitely. Yeah, because you couldn't get the masks on the little fish. That's the problem. I am concerned now, though, that they might come back into the game here. Oof. So I'm not entirely sure you even want to see these tactics now at this moment in time. You want to see it if we win. I mean, you can see the tactic. That's it there. Look, 4-2, 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, depending on how you look at it. In possession. And then 4-4-2 out of possession. Straightforward. Simple. Counter-attacking football. Sit deep. Hit on the break. Maskell maybe comes off now. Actually, I'll tell you what. We'll go. Oh, we're going to go into Satan's scrotum of a tactic. 4-2-3-1. Ugh. Just vile. Absolutely vile. Oh God, I feel sick. What's my most emotional save of FM all time? Wow, right, here's the thing. Interesting you should ask that question, Bumwee, because I'll tell you the answer in a second. We are doing, as part of our Patreon on the FM show, we are doing interviews with predominantly, well for now, Football Manager creators, but as we do more of them, we'll get more people to do it. We're going to have interviews with people talking about their favourite Football Manager saves, yeah, and what has been the best save, when's it been from, and we're going to have like an episode that's just literally that. So myself and Matt, Second Yellow Card, recorded ours this week. So I talk about British Steel, he talks about his journeyman in Africa. That's a really, really good start for an episode. So yeah, you're going to get a mixture of like creators from all different levels from all around the world talking about this sort of stuff. So, yeah, if you're on Patreon from as little as £3 a month, then come and check it out, and they'll be in there. That will be cool. That will be cool. I think it's we're just trying to find something that is Football Manager based. Yeah, something that's Football Manager based, but yeah, it's just tricky. It's just tricky trying to work out how we do it. But I think we found it now. I think we found it. I'm relieved to find I wasn't the only person who wore a suit for a cup final. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely the only person who's written an entire stand-up show on it. I think. People may have started doing it a bit more now. They've certainly a few more bits of routines. I mean, Jamie's done a cracking bit, hasn't he, with regards to Darlington. So most blokes over the age of 30 would have an FM save they'll never forget. I think most people who've played Football Manager have a save that they'll never forget. Lama, if you're still in the chat, by the way, I need to record one with you, please. That'd be lovely. And JM, also. Just drop me a shout. Drop me a shout when you're about, and we'll get one done. The usual fee applies. Excellent. I shall tickle your feet and buy you barbecue. There you go. Then we're in. We're in, everybody. We know what Llama likes. Also, I want you on the main show as well to come and hang out and talk about nice things. I'll take Llama's feet. There you go. Jabaroo can do one as well. Feet tickling and barbecue. You had me at feet. Did. Llama loves barbecued feet. And then tickling barbecue food. Oh, you're gonna have Llama's feet. Oh, they're more trotters, aren't they, Jabaroo? So, yeah. But again, Jeb, give us a shout as well. We can talk Morecambe. But to answer your question, by the way, as to what's my most emotional save, my most emotional save, Bunwee, is it has to be the Blythe Spartan save. And again, I've not recorded that episode yet. That's going to be one that we'll do a bit later on. I think just because of obviously what it led to, what it meant, the opportunities it created, you know, the fact that it's kind of given me a platform to do this. It gave me the platform for the podcast. You know, me and Matt starting out with the idea of a podcast because of it. You know, it allowed me and Matt to talk because we kept bumping into each other and didn't really know enough about each other, but we sort of knew we had mutual friends. So that kind of like allowed snowballs and stuff. And then just the opportunities for things that came off the back of the show, like to tour, to record it, to pop it on YouTube, you know, working with Kev, working with on the film, working on the book, you know, meeting all the SI team, you know, yeah, it all just the whole thing, like the save itself, the save was class, the save was mint, and then all the things that came off the back of it, that's what's been beautiful. That's probably the emotional side of it for me. There is what I got back from the save, not just necessarily what I put into the save. Yeah. Cyclists, me and my mates talk about the 98-99 save where we piled into a mate's house and played every Saturday, most Sundays. We were sixth form, purely for studying purposes, obviously. So many stories about that, cyclists. That's amazing. In fact, also I'd probably talk about my Sunderland save that was the Twitch-iversary save where we had Niall Quinn, Kevin Phillips and Miroslav Klose up front, winning the league on the last day of the season, winning 7-0, I think it was. That guaranteed we scored 100 goals in the league. I think we had a strike. I think between our three strikers, Phillips, Quinn and Klose, I think they scored about, I think they scored something like, it was between like 120 and 130 goals between the three of them. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. That was a mad scientist database. It was 150 grand for Miroslav Klose. You're right, mad. What a day that was. That was literally one day, wasn't it, for that stream? That was wild. Champman got me through my GCSEs instead of studying on the house computer. Well, this is the thing. Back in the day when computers were literally only like meant to be used for word processing and spreadsheets, then you could play video games on them. You know, trying to convince the person in Dell computers that, oh, I'll just use Encarta. That's all I'm going to use it for. They knew you were going to play Footy Manager, Champ Manager. They knew. Right, big game time now though. Scunthorpe in the FA Trophy. It was a very, very good value striker option. Darlo youth intake. Oh, here we go. Intake view. Excellent intake incoming. Because they are... Well, basically because the players we've got aren't very good. So because they were not very good, then anyone that comes in will be great. One player of note is Wycliffe Otenio. Wycliffe Otenio. This is what we need. Willingness to get in harm's way during matches. Gives their coaches confidence. They'll give their old David Bowyer, and Erdi Ntambwe. Bring them all on. Bring all three of them. Yeah. I'll never forget signing a retired Inzaghi for Millwall. He scored a last-minute winner to avoid relegation. That sounds all right. That sounds all right. Wycliffe, he'll be injured till November. That's right, yeah. He will be. I don't know any other Fuji songs, but I like Vic and Bob and another one. That one. Several clubs made an offer for Liam Murray. I think Liam Murray goes, looking at the state of him. Christian Vieri to Knowsley was my best signing. Isn't Knowsley just a safari park? Will Wycliffe be ready or not? Well, good question. Here I come. You can't hide. It's a good question. And again, one I don't know the answer to. So Scunthorpe FA Trophy. Home or away? Home. Look at this sea of green. What the hell's all this? This is interesting, isn't it? Now we're playing Scunthorpe. Now I'm like concerned because they're bottom of the national team. It's Super Kevin Phillips' Scunthorpe side. I was going to go 4-2-3-1 and play for a draw. These jokes are killing me softly. Nice. Yeah, I was going to go 4-2-3-1, but now I'm thinking we just go for it and we just keep it. In the words of Taylor Swift, we keep it 100 on the line. Land. That's the one for Mrs. J there. She can have a Taylor Swift reference. She'd like that. Do we start the same side? Is Jesse back? Would Jesse feel like he's ready for a game like this? Where is Jesse? I can't see him. There he is. Let's put him in for Mortimer. Have Mortimer on the bench, I think. 2 for 5. Jesse back to the little mixer. Yeah, we've got to get him in the little mixer, that's right. 8680 Platt and McGowan. Do you know what? I think Platt maybe stays in there for now. Yeah, leave Platt in there. Tom Allen. Can always bring McGowan on if needs be, can't we? Right, let's go for it. Let's keep what is essentially our best starting 11. We think bar Lennon possibly. Lennon maybe needs to book his ideas up a little bit. This could be a big match. FA Trophy. Okay? Don't let our good run come to an end. Cy Maggio's in. Yes, Cy. Welcome. Hello, mate. How are we? You join us at a very good time. We are just about to kick off the FA Trophy against Scunthorpe. I can't show you our form because you won't believe it. Soul Shots, appreciate the follow. We have won our last 6-7 games on the bounce. We're currently sat third in the National League North. This is us versus National League second bottom Super Kevin Phillips's Scunthorpe side. We're hopeful of a win. Only because they're at their second bottom. Here's Rowley. McAndrew. Good tackle. Go on, Alan. Get your tackle back in. Yes, we have started the main save now. Si. Oh. Yes, we have started the main save. And we are 20 games in, I think. And we're currently sat third in the National League North. So very happy with that. So we can now start doing podcasts about saves. Well, it'll be a few weeks actually before we start talking about save episodes. But I've just told them, Si, about the Patreon episodes where we're going to start talking about everyone's favourite saves from back in the day. So obviously there'll be a Si Maggio episode in there as well. So welcome, of course, if you are from Si's Raid. Those discussions, those podcasts will be part of our Patreon offering for the FM show. So yeah, £3 a month. Well, from £3 a month, because obviously there's, £5 and £10 options as well. Entirely up to you. If you wish to support for more, you can do. But yeah, the £3 gets you the bonus stuff, and it gets you early access as well. Gaz Gaskell got promoted with Alfreton after 3 seasons. The National League North is hard. I'm starting to think that, Gaz. I reckon I would love to do it this year just to avoid having to do it again. That's where I'm sat with it, thinking, you know what? Give me one go. Let's just win the playoffs. That'll be fine. Right, we're doing okay so far. We're holding on. I will probably drop Maskell. Actually, let's bring out. Yeah, let's drop Maskell in there. Let's hold it for now. It's a 4-2-3-1. Alan's not playing well. Let's switch him for. I haven't put Lennon on the bench. I have to be fair. Cornish then. Okay. Let's see what we can do here then. Because we are playing counter-attacking, so hence why Scunthorpe we've got all the shots so far. I now wonder whether we start to step up, push on a little bit. We're starting to get some shots, not on target yet, which is concerning. Corner comes in, cleared away. Hatfield. Good ball out. Here's Scott. It's our left back all the way up top. He's got no one in front of him. He's not bothered about that though. Buys himself a bit of time. Tom Platt. Oh, that's not a bad effort. That's not a bad effort at all. Gone over the top, but it looked better, didn't it? Right, still no shots on target. Let's change shape again. Let's go back to 4-2-4 and see if that's going to help. I'm wondering whether or not the fact that we've been playing with an extra midfielder has helped us in midfield, and now we're going to lose it when we move them up front. Anything else? We're looking at Maskell 6-2, but then he has been playing midfield. Cedric Main not doing too well. Everyone else is sort of doing fine enough-ish. Play for set pieces. That's not a bad shout, to be honest. Headley's on a 6-4. This is a set piece for them. That's not what we were hoping for. Set play gaming here because Sai Maggio told me to come. Good, Sai Maggio was right. Welcome, set play gaming. It's a pleasure to have you in. Let's try and change our style then. Counter attack to route 1. Maybe let's just lump the ball forward, shall we? That's fine, headed on. It's not going anywhere. Leach has picked it up. Launches it. No one there. I think we're going to lose this now. I think this is the mistake. We're hitting the ball long. And I think it's going to come straight back. We're going to end up picking it out of our net. So maybe we stop the idea of route 1 and we go for possession. Just try and keep the football, actually. Let's try and do that. So we're going to stay let's drop off a bit more. Let's go for lower tempo. Yeah, that's what we want. Shorter passing. Work the ball in the box. Where's our... Let's be disciplined. Where's our time wasting? Where's time wasting? Where's time wasting? Where is it? Can't see. Pass the ball to feet as well. Oh, there you go. That was it. That was the little clock, wasn't it? Time wasting. More often. 73 minutes. Let's start time wasting. Callum! I've got an Amazon invite for a Phantasmal Flames ETB. Get in! Love that. Love that for you, Callum. Big, big fan. I've got, as you saw, I got mine from the our local card shop. We've also got we've got the boys one yet. No, I've not opened it yet. So what it is, we got the boys one each, and then I've managed to get one as well. So we're gonna put them both away for Christmas Day, so that we're all gonna open them on Christmas Day. So yeah, that's gonna be quite nice for them. But they got a booster box, like a little booster bundle, for good school reports. So that's good. Yeah. Matthias is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Very, very kind. Very nice to see you. Podcast fans assembling over on YouTube. I got a battered sausage and chips. Well, for a good school report, well done. That's decent. Off for work this week. Right, penalties. Here we go. Here we go then. We managed to get ourselves... Stay calm and back yourselves. Let's have it. Okay, penalty shootout, folks. 1-0. Is that Scott Hogan or Sean Hogan? The fact we've gone to penalties is still pretty decent, mind. Surely not Scott. You can never tell, though, can you? That's the problem. Hatfield misses already. Misses the first one. That's not gonna help, is it? Rose missed the first one. Scales has made it 2-0. You're calling a win. You're a brave man, Callum. I would love it if it is the situation. Barrow. What a finish that is. That is a finish. Rowley. Okay, that's fine. 3-1. We can deal with 3-1. Still loads of penalties to be taken. It's not over yet. I mean, it feels like it's getting there, obviously, but it's not over there yet. Maskell. Lovely finish. I think Scunthorpe have got enough about themselves now. I know. It's brave or stupid, Calm. You're right. They need to miss number 5. Big Jesse Nelson. This can't be it. Is this season 1 of 26? 1 of 26. That's right. Set play, yeah. Jesse Nelson. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Your belief is waning. Feels like it, Chris. It's going to come down to this one. Okay. We didn't say we were going to win the FA Trophy. There is that, right? And it's probably just as well we never said, because we've been knocked out. And I mean, we've been outplayed. I think it's safe to say. We weren't at the races. 39% possession. They had 61. They had 20 shots. We had 8. We just didn't do well. It's fine. It's not a problem. We focus on the league, exactly. We focus on the league. That's all we've got to do. All we've got to do. Yeah. And it's a shame because that's what the form looked like going into that match. Yeah. We've got Kings Lynn next, then Scarborough, then South Shields, then January kicks in. So if we could maybe get a couple of players in January, no distractions, as you say, 6 points away from Chester. It's we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Let's just, as you say, focus on the league, do what we need to do, turn up, get the wins, get the points. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay? It's going to be absolutely fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. VSC, appreciate the follow. Very kind as well. And Soul Shots also. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. I think what we need to do now, though, is we need to probably come back tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow night. That'll be good. MJ Booth, appreciate the follow. Very, very kind. Thank you. As I say, if you haven't already followed the podcast, please do so. And the same with the WFM show also. Our sibling podcast looks at the world of women's football and Football Manager. Yeah, let's go and drop a raid, I think. Let's go and drop a raid. Let's go and see Armstrong, actually, because he's playing as St Mirren. That sounds quite good. Yeah, take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll have fun. Thank you, new people. Hope you all had a great time. Drop your follows on the channel, by the way. And see you all tomorrow. Bye now.